All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. I am here with the man, the myth, the legend himself, the multi-timed flag football champion, my guy, Daniel. Wait, hold on. Do you hear that? Oh, you hear that?
Hmm.
It's the tears of Bills fans hitting the
Mm,
ground.
yeah. And it's still falling. Now, they froze overnight over here in Kansas City.
Yeah, boy. Up there too.
Those,
All those tears is frozen. They falling slow. Oh
yeah,
man, it
no,
feels
what's
good.
up, man? This is a
You
good
already know.
weekend. Good
Hype.
weekend. You know what
Hype off
it
the
is.
dub. That
The
shit running
big
around the
dubs.
house.
What people expected with the team. I mean, Lions, we'll get to that. Nobody really. I mean, it was some few sprinkles in there after week like 5. It was like Lions could do it, but besides that, the other three teams,
Yeah. Went three
we
for one.
expecting none less.
Hey, went 3 for 1 on picks. Just Houston failed me by not covering 9.5. But other than that, everything else went pretty smooth. Didn't hit a single like parlay prop bet, but I'll take that. I'll take the game wins.
Oh yeah.
But let's just start with it, man. The Chiefs beat the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen 27-24. This was easily to me the best game of the week. Easy, like the most drama
Uh,
filled, exciting. You get two top tier quarterbacks duking it out, kind
ain't
of.
it's well, I mean,
Yeah, kind of duking it out.
it's always a good game when they match it. No matter how it goes, and you want to say kind of duking it. I mean, it was statistically pretty low for both
Yeah,
quarterbacks,
true, true, true.
but it still had its
It was a battle,
moments.
regardless.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it
was a
had its
real
moments to where
battle.
it's just like being on any team, you was just like, other than when it got to like that last couple drives where you like, okay, now I figure I know who's gonna win this game.
Yeah,
Like,
and we
but
gonna talk about it. We are gonna break it down. But let's start with the main question from your perspective.
mhm.
How the hell did the Chiefs pull this game out?
uh, we probably because we punted once, and then on top of that, I really liked Spag's game plan on defense, even though we was getting ran on.
Yeah.
He did exactly what he wanted. He's like, okay, well, Bills, I'm not gonna let y'all throw it over this field.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna give y'all the rush lane, see if y'all gonna take it, and then put all the top moments and most crucial moments in Josh Allen's hands. So we're gonna make it. We're gonna let y'all run, but we're gonna put all the critical moments in his hands and see if he can actually come through with it. Because then when it gets down to the nitty gritty of the game, some of those throws at the end was crucial moments. Like
Yeah, yeah.
so,
I think
I think
go ahead, my bad.
I would say so. We'll talk about that a little later, but
Because I got
and
a
I
full
that's my
second
take on
half breakdown.
yeah. Well,
Because the first half was just, I feel like they just came out in the vanilla cover two shell and was just
yeah,
like, if you want to run and throw a little 2 yard, 3 yard pass, be that you can do that. You can kill us all
right.
day with that. We're gonna accept it.
We're just gonna have to hit.
Yeah, yeah, we just gonna have to, yeah. And the crazy thing is though, he did switch it up because I did text you about that, and eventually he did switch it up in the second half and really the fourth quarter. They was in a lot of cover one, cover zero, and just
Yeah.
like, all
Well,
right,
they brought an
turn it up
extra
now.
person down. Yeah, they had to because it was close in the end. It was not finna let y'all just run it like that. So
Yeah,
because then they would have started eating clock, and we needed that clock. So now we
yeah.
bringing somebody back down to the middle. Well, you always seen Reed a lot since Willie Gay was out. They used Reed a lot down there in the
Hmm.
box to make sure because they needed somebody with speed. Because if
Yeah.
Josh Allen was to take off and see the rush lane,
Somebody
they
got to
needed
be able to
somebody.
watch him. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
so that's
crazy
why they
thing
used
is they
Reed.
never adjusted. The Bills just never like to me that's the main thing here is that
I
well,
think they
one,
did, but Josh Allen didn't make the throws
true.
for the
Well, they
adjustment.
dropped it. Well, we'll get to the second half, the end of the game shit. But like the first half was scary though. I ain't gonna lie. That it was scary. It was very, very like tense. I was tense
but
the whole time.
but the thing about it was scary as a fan. But if I was somebody just watching the game, you'd be like, this is a good ass game. The only reason
Oh
why it's
yeah.
scary because we was fans.
Well, yeah, of
Because
course.
that Lions and 49ers game, I wasn't scared for
True,
anybody.
true,
I was
true.
just liking the game because because it was a good game. So
Now, like
that's
if
the only
you want
reason
to
why I
go
was
from
scared.
that, this was the
But
best
I think
game easy.
our offense played hella good yesterday. Like it was
Yeah.
just straight like
Yeah,
so.
first half for the Chiefs is 45 yards field goal, 64 yards field goal, 65 yards touchdown, and then, they ended the half with the ball back and
Right.
just kneeled and did all that.
Yeah. So I mean,
But yeah, pretty solid,
and then we did better in the red zone.
especially with the
Uh,
fact that what is this? 3 minutes, 7 minutes, nine, we'll call that
yeah,
10 minutes, 10 minutes of
yeah.
possession in the first
I think
half.
yeah, and I think the Bills overall they had like what they say like 37 minutes,
Yeah, something like that.
something
37
like
to
that.
23, 36 something to 23 something. It was
Yeah,
22:57 to 37. So yeah. They dominated ball. I think I tweeted it or something it was like the Bills offense is their defense right now for the whole game. That was kind of what felt like here's the game plan. We're gonna take all the short stuff and we're gonna keep you guys off the field, which that is, typically the game plan for against the Mahomes offense is keep that
man.
motherfucker off the field, keep his ass on the bench. I don't want to see it. I don't want to have to deal with none of this. But the problem was when he came on, they was on. They was light. The offense was just I can't say
They
enough
was
about the
moving.
offense. Like they was lights out. It was
Yeah,
unstoppable. Now,
it
to
was
be
like I
fair, the Bills were missing a lot of guys. A couple guys got hurt, you know. But
yeah, but still they
still,
did exactly what they
still,
were supposed to do.
yeah, like you
All
still gotta go
those
play.
all those and then we lost two defenders in the first quarter. So it ain't like
Hmm.
we sure was it Mike Edwards and Willie Gay
Yep, right off the bat. Like first
right
play,
off the
second
bat.
play was like straight up.
So it's just like so we down a and then we lost the guard for the second
Oh,
half.
yeah, fuck.
But they saying it's looking like he might end up playing. So they say it's not be
Um,
as bad. I just got an alert. They said it's not be as not as bad as it looked.
little partial
But
tear, wear a little rat will
yeah,
tape you up good.
go ahead shoot them up with something right there, and they good.
Ooh, that's gonna be
But
tough.
yeah, especially as a guard.
Yeah, especially with that interior D line. But we'll get to that in the preview.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but
so we're
no.
still on
So
the first half. So and then the Bills is crazy because they go 60 yards field goal, 75 yards touchdown with
touchdown.
one
Yeah,
punt. I don't remember what happened on the punt drive. Oh, they just didn't do nothing. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
they
I
just
would
got
say they
stuffed.
didn't.
Yeah, nothing crazy. And then 75 yards touchdown. I felt like every single Bills drive was just a 14 play, 75
Yeah,
yard like straight down the field touchdown every time. But
but it's like go
somehow,
run, take it,
yeah,
run. We gonna give it to you.
and somehow, some way, the score going into halftime is 13-17 with the Chiefs getting the ball back.
Mm-hmm.
So at that moment, I'm just sitting there being like, okay, so it 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 doesn't feel like it's not a Josh Allen Patrick Mahomes duel. It's kind of like
No,
a
it's
Bills Mahomes duel a little bit. Even Pacheco was going
yeah,
crazy.
it was going yeah. Pacheco and Trav did good. Pacheco's going
Yeah,
crazy though. Shout
yeah.
out to MVS if we don't never say his name again
No,
for the
we'll
two
definitely
catches.
say his name. We're
No,
gonna say his name. Once we get to the second half, because I got a whole little breakdown of what happened. But yeah, like
but
Travis
the first half,
Kelsey, well, that was the well, like he disappeared kind of. His real contribution was really in the first half. It felt like mostly because I don't think he didn't really do much second half, right? Because he
he
had the
had
touchdown in
maybe
the
a few
first half
catches.
where
Yeah,
Jason Kelsey pulled his was neg. I guess he didn't have to take his shirt off. He had his shirt off the entire game. So,
yeah, that ain't true.
but he had. I
Uh,
guess he did catch another
they
one
had that other
in the second
touchdown,
half. Yeah.
the one he dove for the pylon,
Yep. Yep. But it's just like it's
and
just
then Pacheco
crazy.
scored the other one, and then we had two field goals.
Is he just getting old? Is that what it is? Like I can't. He can't give you 3 hours straight. Like that's what it's starting to feel like.
They
I
look. I
can't.
say they this the he played the less snaps this year in his career,
That
so
makes sense because it's like I can give you like a half. I can give you the first half or the second half
they
and
kept.
maybe like
Hey,
a
just
possession.
give us your full in the playoffs, and that's all we'll take.
True, but it's just scary to think like, ah, man, his full potential right now might be like I can give you one half of the great Travis Kelsey, and then it's kind of just
Just sprinkle it in the game. Just don't pick a half.
One
Just sprinkle
possession,
it in the
yeah.
game.
But I don't know if he
Because
can. I think he's just at that age. Like you get
I'm
older,
sure
bro.
they
You
did
can't.
like special packages and things like that to maybe knock him out the game. So that's why running was real big too in the second half.
True. It just this game was so close and so it was just so ridiculous. Like,
Yeah, no, it was especially with we gonna talk about the second half though.
but I think
Uh,
that's the key here for me. The point is, I really think how did they win this game?
we stopped them in a second.
The Bills fell apart in the second half. I would even to me it's like 50-50. Like as much as we stopped them, they stopped themselves with dumb shit because as much as
Oh,
Spags schemed up all these great plays and everything, they had opportunities. We gave them plenty of opportunities to take the
oh
dub.
yeah,
That's the
definitely
problem.
that.
And so let's
But they
see.
gave us plenty of opportunity to seal it too, and we didn't take it.
Exactly. The whole second half was just craziness. Let me see. Let me pull
We
up.
gonna start at early second, or you gonna go straight to the fake punt?
Well, now first off, I have to commend because it starts off with we come out of the second half and straight up just out of nowhere, MVS goes crazy.
Yeah, uh,
And when he did that, when he
I
caught
knew it was
that,
that was just
a 30-yard bomb where he just straight up snagged it. He didn't beat him.
nah.
He didn't
It
beat
was
him on
just a good
nothing.
throw and a good catch
He just straight snagged it. I was like, uh-oh, that should be a sign. If he
for
didn't even
everybody.
beat his man and he caught that after everything we've been through this whole year, that's the catch. Like that is not a
Well,
good.
he gonna have a lot of those matchups this week coming up, so he need to be on that same type of time
Yeah,
because
but you
you are. Which I would say because you already know the next team we play, the Ravens, is going to be locked
yeah,
in on Trav and Rashid. So we need somebody like that. Like
just think about this. That is the very first play coming out of halftime.
right.
I didn't even remember it like that until I was looking back again. Then I remember like, oh yeah, that is a meet first snap of half coming out the half. It's just a bomb, and he caught it. And that had to be a gut punch to the Bills players. There's no way you looking at that and being like, all right, we're fine. It's like no, 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 no. No, wait.
You
The
literally just
guy
let.
who's been trash kind of all year and dropping these balls all year long snags it when he's covered perfectly. All right, that's not good. And then so then you get what? You get uh the next play you get you is literally that play coming out the half, a Pacheco run.
hmm
Oh, hold on. And then right after that, the third play that you get, well, let me make sure this is the third play you get is this. The run. 18-yard
You talking
scramble.
about Pat?
Yes. Did it
Yeah.
switch?
No.
Is it not playing?
Mm-mm.
Oh, Jesus. It was playing me, but not the video. All right. Well, technical difficulties, people. Sorry. Hey, I got
We
you
was there.
pay me for this. Drop a super chat, whatever the fuck they be saying, all that shit. Let's see. Nope, not that. It's really just not playing.
that the
Oh,
old the same one is playing.
it's the same one. It didn't pull up another one. Let's see if it changes. Nope. It's really just the same one every time. That's so stupid. All right, hold on. Let me start over. Sorry. Hold on. Let me pause the Zoom real quick. Sorry. All right, we're back. But here, but yeah. So right after that, you get the run immediately after that, where he pump
Yeah.
fakes a guy. I don't even. I
You
love.
see what you
Go ahead. Go ahead.
uh, it just really crazy how people forget that like all right we can't use an extra guy to spy because he's not really a run threat but
But he is.
he's like the most efficient runner in the league like he doesn't use running to he does it so smart
Yes.
like it's just like okay well the only reason why I'm doing this because I know then prevent and I'm gonna have 20 yards and I'm just gonna trail this sideline until I teeter tat, and then all right, they about to hit me. I'm about to be out.
It's
Like
so somebody
so.
said he runs like when you trying to run through the crosswalk real fast, where you do the little fake run, like you just trying to hurry up and get somewhere, but you ain't trying to run. Like that's how he runs. Like, oh shit, all right, let me get over here real quick.
Hey,
But
yeah,
it's
man. But
so
it's
crazy. How did he beat him? That's the only thing that doesn't make sense to me is how did you not tackle him though? That's crazy.
because he's that pump face.
But the
Because Blake
pump,
Bell was right behind him.
but fam, you still shouldn't have got burnt like that. My man's ran a 4.8 and you in the secondary. Come on, bro. Like what was that?
Hey man, when he already because he didn't stop speed when he pump faked, but the
True.
dude stopped and he kind of jumped, so he had that little, he
It's
hit it.
just so
Pat got
weird
like he
how
got
he's
like
so good
slight
at that.
acceleration. If you see it, he don't look fast, but he can excel. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
like
the
it's kind of
basketball
weird.
shit. That's what I always chalk it up to. It's the bad. You played basketball, like, and it's just a little move, a little head fake, pump fake, and I'm just go around
Mhm.
you and lay it up. Like that's where
Yeah,
that's
it be
from.
like, man, you ain't even faster than me, but I got you. I
But I
took you
got you
off your
though.
first step.
Got you to jump. Made you jump. But yeah, so you get the 18-yard scramble. Oh, the Josh Allen touchdown. I didn't pull that up. I forgot to pull that one up. But the Josh Allen touchdown to Shakir in the corner.
Yeah, that throw was nasty.
Ooh. As much as that's the thing that's sad. The saddest part to me is like
That throw was nasty.
Josh Allen is a great player,
And you
but
know what's crazy?
what?
No, no, you go. My fault. You
I'm
go.
just gonna, but comparing him to somebody who is in the GOAT argument just makes everything seem so silly. The guy is amazing, but we just are diminishing his career more and more the more we try to compare him to Mahomes. Like, no,
Yeah.
you battling it out on like a next tier down. Like maybe I'll
Yeah.
throw Burrow up there as the if he just stopped getting hurt and he can win, like beat the oh shit, be in the playoffs a little more consistently and that whole thing, then maybe he can be in the conversation. But
Yeah.
other than that, you
It's
on the next
okay.
tier.
We'll
It's
see. We'll
Mahomes
see.
and then everybody else. You need to
Yeah,
get
we know.
compared to Lamar and
And
Burrow
And Burrow
and
and
Golf now, who has what who's creeping up three playoff wins? No, he has five. He tied. Him and Josh Allen is tied. That's right, because I wrote that shit down. They tied. Because you got to think
yeah,
he can
but
run.
Golf got a Super Bowl though.
Now they made it. They
I about to
lost.
say
Yeah,
he
yeah.
been to a Super Bowl.
Yes,
So
he's been to it, but that's what I mean. You're on that tier of
that
guys. Like you're
that
on the next tier. You're a
I
solid,
wouldn't say
good
I would
starter
probably yeah, but I wouldn't put
for
the
the
only reason why
playoffs.
I would put Golf on that tier is only because of the Super Bowl and maybe
Yeah.
he got the same amount of wins, but I wouldn't take Golf over none of those quarterbacks right
No,
now.
no, 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 no. I just mean like if
But
we comparing your career, what have you
right.
accomplished in the playoffs and like when it's
Yeah, he's
time
in
to
that.
play? You in that,
Yeah.
you in the next it's Mahomes, and then you in the everybody else category. And
So
then
it's
there's a
probably
lower
like
category of like you ain't did shit. That's a
so it's
different category.
so it's like seven quarterbacks in that second category then because you got
Probably, yeah.
Lamar.
Hmm. Even
Uh,
Lamar, you without the dub last week,
well, he
you
made it to the AFC. His AFC Championship. Josh got one. Lamar got one.
yeah,
So I
but
mean,
Blake
if you want to
Bortles
put
made it to the
Josh there,
AFC Championship, so we that's
yeah,
what
but we
we
not okay. This he also wasn't starting the next year
that's
either.
true.
So
Or
it's
in the
just
league the year
we
after
not
that,
we
yeah.
not we not
True,
gonna do that.
true.
So
But
it would be
yeah,
Lamar, Burrow, Josh,
I don't even know if it's seven.
Goff.
It might not be seven.
Dak is in that category.
If Dak
He's
is in it,
been
then Baker Mayfield is in it.
no
They
Baker
got the
ain't been
same
to
amount of
no,
wins.
but he
They
ain't
have
been to
this.
a no championship divisional championship game though. That's crazy. Dak's
So
been to the NFC Championship at
I'm
least.
not counting that. You have not.
Oh, that what
You've
we
been in the
just did.
playoffs
We
nine.
just did.
You
We
played
just did
nine
with
games in the
Lamar and them.
playoffs. You played nine. That's different. Lamar ain't did nothing because he ain't been there enough. He's only been there. He only
Uh,
this is fourth. That was his fourth playoff game.
I will put. So you putting Dak in the third tier with like Kirk Cousins in
You
there?
ain't did shit in the playoffs. Yeah, you
He'll
ain't
be the most.
proved.
He'll be the most decorated third tier quarterback for playoffs.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
they gonna be like, Dak's in the room. Yeah, he's the captain of the room.
Yeah, boy. He letting everybody in the room.
He just
He's
waiting to get
signing you
promoted
off.
one of these days.
It's like I've been here for 10 years. I can't wait to move up. But yeah, like CJ Stroud, Jordan Love, y'all in that, like, you ain't really did nothing yet. Like,
Nah,
that
nah.
was a good, you had a
They
good
might be
year.
they
Yeah,
might be under. tier three still. They might be still with like the Josh, the Trevor Lawrences and the Herberts and stuff still. Yeah, they one game was good, but I need to run this back with y'all next year and see what y'all do.
Yeah. But But yeah, that shit, I don't know. It's
Uh,
sad to me that this is what is happening for him, for him. Not the Bills fans. I don't know. I
right.
didn't seen too much bullshit to fuck
Yeah.
with y'all
Well,
like that.
no.
But
It's
for
just because
exact
I
for
actually
him, it's because I said earlier this year, I was like, is he lacking a team around him? Is he really carrying this team? And for me, ultimately, it was like, yeah, pretty much. It might not have shown in this game specifically,
but
but yeah, he kind of is, especially when you look at some of the drops. Like we can keep going with this. Like
okay, so if he's carrying the team, they
Khalil
just
Shakir was the best receiver in the game. Even the tight
yeah.
ends didn't step
He's
up.
gonna be good next year though.
Like that's crazy to think about. Like Kincaid
But yeah,
locked up, Dawson
that's
Knox
what I was
locked
gonna
up,
say.
everybody's Diggs locked up. Gabe Davis was hurt, so maybe that
Gave us
would have
her, yeah.
helped.
Cook,
James
he
Cook,
did, he
I
did
mean, he
eight,
averaged
but
like 3 yards a carry.
yeah, he had
That's
18
not
carries for 61 yards.
Yeah, that's not crazy. And most of
Yeah,
that
no, it's
was, in one drive in the second half, and the rest of it was just in the first half. Like
yeah.
the man put the team
Uh,
on his back.
well,
It's
yeah. Oh shit, excuse me. But
no.
no, I've always. I mean, I like Josh Allen. That's why I was gonna say. I'll be good debates with a lot of people everywhere I go, just to see where people
Mhm.
heads at. But I said it today. I said it today at work. I think if I was a coordinator, I'd be more scared of game planning for Josh Allen than I would be Lamar.
Yeah. No argument there with me, for sure.
Like if I was a coordinator, everybody's like, "Oh no, I can't get it." Now, I'm not trying to diss Lamar while I'm saying this, but
Mhm.
it's just like everybody's like, "Well, Lamar is something fast. He ran like a four." I know what he did. I've watched Lamar. I watch him every day, every Sunday that he plays. But it's something different when you got a quarterback who can do what Lamar can do, not like Lamar because they two different runners.
Who can throw the ball great?
Exactly,
There's
and
a
who could
difference
throw on
between
the run.
great and throwing good. There's
That
a
was like because
huge
look,
difference.
and he showed you it twice. One was a touchdown to
Yeah,
Shakir.
that shit
Not
was
a lot of people's
crazy.
doing that.
No,
And then
like,
another
yeah.
one, and I think that
Fading
was
to the
his
left.
second bet.
You got to
I think that
remember,
was his.
he
I think
was
that was his second
running.
best throw that day.
What's the first
That
one
was it. That bomb he threw the digs that
that he
got dropped.
dropped? That's it.
My
Yeah.
bro, that
Ooh, you right. You right. I'm
that
just thinking of
bro,
catches that got
nobody's sitting
made.
in the somebody. Yeah, I know, but that nobody's sitting in the pocket. Not even Mahomes. I'm sorry. I've never seen a quarterback sit in the pocket
And
like
just
that and just throw it 70 yards.
the way
Like,
it went up, like it's so crazy how far up that shit went so fast. Like that's the part that freaks me out is like he threw it. Like usually when somebody throws a rope like
listen,
that, it's like just a straight like he literally dropped it in the bucket like 70 yards out. Like that shit went how high you think this shit was?
I
You
don't
don't
know.
see
Well,
that. You don't
coming
see
coming
niggas
from
throw a
listen,
that shit's
coming from
crazy.
me with a baseball and quarterback background, and I topped that 65 yards thrown, like,
Yeah.
and that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I sat there and looked at that mug like, bro, he would throw
How?
me off today. Like,
Yeah.
dude, it was just like it was like every like, what are you doing? Like you shouldn't be able to throw
That
that
shit
far. Just like
crazy. To
people bearing down on you. You just like, here you go. I'm about to just do it.
slinging it like that to me it's like yeah because like when you see Mahomes do that it's
That's
mostly
crazy.
like a line drive type of throw but
Yeah.
he put it up in the air like he didn't drop it in like Russell Wilson style rainbow but it I
Nah.
don't that's what I
I'm
don't
sure that mug came
understand
down hard.
is how did he get it so high but still the same velocity as if he just threw a line drive that's the part where I was just like yeah how many people in the league could do that just him.
You know,
That's it. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. And then they
like
out here
just sit
dropping
back
shit.
there and do it. The next closest person I could probably say is Herbert.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe. I ain't seen him do no shit like that though.
No. I'm just saying the next person's closest person. Like maybe
True.
Mahomes can throw it. That I'm just saying, but
Yeah.
like how that came out his hand was just
And then the play we started talking about that shit with he's running to his left out of bounds and just
yeah,
drops it like only where he can get it. He basically has to come back out of the damn end
out of
zone,
bounds. Yeah, it's
out of
just like he
bounds and
was.
catch that shit. It's ridiculous. But so where was? Let me see where we was at.
But it's unfortunate that he got to carry that team with those pieces he got on offense
Yeah,
though. Like
that shit's sad.
Diggs couldn't get open not one. Like you supposed to be all. I mean, I get Snead is a good corner and great corner this year. All should be all pro, but you can't. You ain't got no will to do nothing. You only
Nothing.
get your catches off screens and maybe quick slants the first two plays of the game, so we can. Oh yeah, they getting Diggs involved. And all of a sudden, you
Yeah,
don't hear his name no
and he
more.
just gone.
And it's like, okay, well,
That
let's
shit is
just turn around
sad.
and give it to Cook. Okay, well, Cooks gets a good couple good runs, and all of a sudden he goes obsolete. Just like, well,
Hmm.
he looked like he was doing good. So it's just like, here comes Josh Allen. I got to throw this mug and I got to run every time.
You want to know the real sad part? The sad part is we right here at the point where my whole thing was, where it's like y'all really fell apart in the second half, and it's really right here because that touchdown is, let me see, 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So we heading into that's your last drive before the fourth quarter, and that's 24. So now after that touchdown, he slings the Shakir, it's 24-20.
Yep.
And it's like, bruh, I don't understand. So the Chiefs go straight down and they score.
Yep.
I had that.
Pacheco. Was that
But
Pacheco's or was that
first,
Travis?
before you even get to that, you have to you have to see this shit. This the second MVS.
Oh yeah, the one with Pat moved
Another
up in the
one.
pocket.
Oop,
Yeah,
stepped up. Now he has his man beat finally and snags it. It's
that
just,
was. I look more
bruh,
like a maybe a pass off zone.
that shit is crazy. Oh, yep, you can see it. Ooh, and you see Trav right there. Little, but why is y'all carrying? I don't even
No,
understand what's
that was
happening
man,
right
but
there.
that looked like a man because it was man up top with because he passed that or at least they thought it was zone. The corners down here are playing man, but somehow the back looked like they playing zone because that dude did not run with him until he found out he got beat and he didn't have no over the top help.
That's what I was
It
just
was like
looking at. It looked like the whatever
or
route Kelsey was running that threw him off, and he was done right there.
yeah,
He done because he's like you already done. He probably should have went with Trav. They probably should have switched it off.
should have
They
switched,
should have
but they
switched it
didn't.
off. But look at this.
But
Look
what?
how like this is what we talking about with the Mahomes, the era, and Andy Reid calling plays. Look at this shit right here. It's two. Look at fucking Trey Smith. Trey Smith, and who is that? Because that ain't Humphrey. So who is that? Tooney?
uh, 21 even the game at this point.
Who the fuck
That's
is that?
that's right here. Is that 62 or 52? I can't
That's
see.
Creed. I'm talking about in front of Trey
Yeah.
Smith. Who the hell is in
Oh,
front of Trey?
it's not Juwan Taylor, maybe? Did he not
Nah,
play?
hell no. That's him. That's Juwan Taylor is the one
I
that's
can't
blocking
okay,
somebody.
so where's the other lineman then?
Hold
Well, I
on.
only see four people.
It is four, but I'm saying right here. You see the mouse?
Right.
Who the fuck is that? Because this is Creed.
Well,
This is Trey Smith. This is Creed. Who the fuck
right.
is this? It's a white person. That's what I said. Is it Tooney? You sure it ain't Tooney still? But either way,
But
it's four people there
why don't
blocking
you go
one
back to the
person.
beginning and see?
Oh, you're right. Nope. It's even worse. I'm
No, it wasn't go back. All right, so block one, two. Bro, where
that. No, that's what I'm saying. It's worse. He can't even see him.
am I tripping, dog?
Oh, that
Like
was Humphreys. Oh, so that is Tooney. Tooney is all the way to the
right
side
here.
right here.
Yeah, but
That's
look.
Creed over there.
Who
That
is this
makes more
guy?
sense.
But who is this guy all the way on the left?
That's Donovan Smith. He
All
actually
right,
blocking
and then
somebody.
but look at the camera right now. Look like four people, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, yeah. And you just, bro, that is so. But Pat made something happen out of this because that's what
yeah.
I was like
What was
right
they doing
here.
though? He blocking one person out the screen, and then everybody else is like, "Oh
Nobody.
shit, we got we got two right there coming."
Oof, that's sick. And you don't get him because he just says,
No.
"Well, guess what? I'm just gonna step up."
Well,
And
Trey Smith came down and probably knocked them off their route a little bit right there. He
and
came in and got him.
not
Did you
to
see right
glaze
here?
the man. You said what? Oh yeah, he actually got to
He
him.
actually, yeah.
Well, and the other dude fell. Damn, that's sick. Because if you didn't fall, you might be able to stay with him a little bit. But
No, he
that's the
got pushed
acceleration
into
you
him.
was talking about. That
Yeah,
just took
but
off
then he could
just enough.
just throw on this little awkward ass 1-2 step. He
But
always
no,
do.
that's what I just wanted to bring up. Not to glaze the man too much, but like, look at this.
Just a
What
flick. He ain't.
he didn't set nothing. He just literally was like, bam,
All right, I
just
got
threw
you.
it off 1 foot and it's on the money. Ugh.
Bow.
It was a little short, but
A little
still,
behind.
it was a little behind him. Yeah,
No,
but still,
but hey, from that motion though, if you can get it that close, then you good.
yeah, that's
Because you're
crazy.
not supposed to be doing shit like that.
You're not.
That's
That's
the
the part.
point.
You're not supposed to be able to do that at all already, and you took it to a whole
If he
different level.
played, if he played in the '60s, they'd be like, "Oh, you can't do that." Quarterbacks
Uh,
come from over the top.
but so that leads to a Pacheco running it in to get another
Yeah,
touchdown, and it's 27-24. So, and it's crazy to think, what is
that's
that?
the
That
game.
is, so we
And then
talking
they did.
about,
Then they
uh,
did the fake punt around 3 minutes left, right?
yeah. So at that point, it is 14-20 left in the fourth quarter. So we still got a whole fresh fourth quarter. That was my point. Was like y'all had the whole fourth quarter, and literally went. Well, we'll just go. What? I was thinking. Do you think? Do you think Tobes purposely put 10 men out on the field?
Oh, make to like to see if they was gonna bite.
Because apparently that's what people been
Well, they
saying.
said
Somebody,
Joshua Williams. Somebody said they said Joshua Williams got hurt and nobody came in to replace him.
because I heard somebody also say that this is a check that they typically they do this all the time. That if they read 10 men or you short a man or a certain the way y'all
They go straight
formation
to
is
the
set up,
run.
they go straight to the fake punt that they did it
Hmm.
earlier this year. And I just wonder, like, is there that level of gamesmanship?
That's a lot of. That's a lot of. That's when you game time. What watching film and chess matches and all that.
That's
That
what I'm
if that's
saying.
really what happened, then
Is
it's
it
just like
that
okay.
level? Because that is a crazy level of
But
games.
you
Just
can't
put
be.
10 men out on the field and just see what happens. See if
But
they
you can.
check
But
down
as a,
into it. There's no
I
way,
mean,
right?
yeah. I don't know because you're. They didn't. They probably don't think because they probably did it what one other time. They probably don't think
Yeah, maybe.
nobody caught it.
And
But Dave
somebody
Toll's
might
been a
have.
special team coordinator for 30 years.
He caught it. Was like,
Like,
oh, they checked into
he
this
said, okay.
immediately on
Because
in a
it looked
situation
like
that
they
didn't
knew it
make
was
sense.
coming. Because it
Yeah,
looked like because it looked like just play the clip. Do you got the clip?
yeah. I got it up right here.
Look. As soon as they hiked it, everybody went. Like
They
I
went
don't.
right to y'all. Like it
It was
wasn't
like
even like a
nobody
question.
was fooled on that line.
Nobody.
The outside kept his
Even who is this? Whoever this is, some one of the back. He went straight over there to the gap
yeah, dude.
before the
They
snap,
just
pre-snap. Look, pre-snap. He already going right over there. Like he knew exactly what was happening.
people, but yeah, they came down. It's like a normal
Sheesh.
run play. It's like, how I got you.
Wow, that's sick. If that's true, that they knew that was coming, and they was like, well, let's just put it out there. Let's bait them into running a fucking 4th and 5 fake punt. Because I was more concerned of like, oh, maybe they throw it, and it's like, ooh, that would have throwing it probably would have been a lot
Nah,
more
that quarter, the
situationally
punter didn't even
aware.
have the punter didn't even have a hamstring. You thought he was about to throw something?
Throw some shit 25, 30 yards. That's a good point. But yeah, so you
Heck
get the
nah.
fake punt, turn the ball over, and then you get, of course, the
Mhm.
fumble into the end zone, which
Why did he reach the ball? He could have just go down.
it was first
He
down.
Yeah, it was first down. That's what I'm saying. First down. What are you reaching for? We got Pacheco. We at the inch line. Okay, we're gonna run it in. He
Like
wanted to
you
be
got
Superman.
you have three more tries to just punch it in, and you trying to get in so bad. And it's bang bang because it's like, is his ass on the ground? Maybe. Like maybe right there. Like, I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I can when I was looking, it was a fumble. I said at first
Yeah,
I said, but look,
bam. But the ball's already out.
yeah, the
There's
ball's
the ball's
moving.
already
It's not
loose.
even
Yeah,
out. The people got to people get confused with the fumble thing. But like, well, the ball wasn't out. If the ball is
it's loose.
moving,
It's too late. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was sick. So then you get that. You get fucking McCall
And then
Hardman making a stupid play, of course.
that ends the game if he scores. If we score that drive, it would have
Oh
been over.
yeah. 34-24 with what,
3 minutes.
3 minutes left? Or
Well,
no.
not even two something because we got the ball back with three something.
No, it was 12 minutes left.
With when we got the ball back
No one
when they
that
fake
fumble.
punted. Oh, that fumble was 12 minutes.
Well, yeah, because the problem is for the Bills, and this is why I said they really choked. Basically, if you really look at it, they
Yeah.
choked the whole fourth quarter because you get the fumble with 12 minutes left, and what do? You go three and out. You go three and out. How do you cannot go three and out right there? Like it's so because damn, I don't know if I have it or not, but there's a play where Josh Allen hit. I must not have saved it, but there's a play where he hits that man right in the hands.
You talking about the diving play for the receiver?
Yeah, and he dropped it.
The show, yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like,
Uh,
bruh, how? How do you drop that? But I mean, it's a diving play, like you said. Like you gotta, yeah. Like a lot of guys ain't
he
just
never been
stretching
in
out
that
to get
position
that. Yeah, yeah,
before.
yeah. But he
Yeah,
put
I
it.
guess
He put it where
he
only
put it
he could
where.
get it. Third and
Yeah, I
12,
mean he was dotting the shit up. Don't get me
deep
wrong,
ball, and
but
you miss it. But I mean, Josh Allen ain't
story of
perfect.
our lives became their story.
But the other part of that too is so the Chiefs get the ball back, and that's the whole they stall out, but it's the pass interference play. It's like, is it questionable? I guess, but in real life, if you watching that, the people like see a lot of people's like, oh, the refs rigging it for the Chiefs again. But if you think about it, the referee in real life, and you ref the game and shit, so you know how
Hmm.
that shit is. In real life, I have to look. I'm looking here. Maybe I'm the ref that's farther up, that's on the sideline. I see the pass interference, but in real time, I have to look from there to the quarterback to see if the ball's out
Yeah,
and make a judgment. And in that bang bang moment, it's like there's no way a
yeah.
human
But you
would
kind of
have
like
figured it out.
you kind of like looking.
Yeah.
But you also, all right, you looking at the quarterback and saying, well, actually, you're looking at the start of the play first to see if there's any illegal contact and holding.
Yep.
And then if the receiver get broke off, he get broke off. So you looking real quick at the quarterback, see what he doing, and then now you looking back up because the field is split up in half for them. They ain't looking at the whole field. They just looking at
True.
they. That's why they got side judges on each side. So you only
Yeah.
looking at these particular receivers
So if you
right there.
decide judge watching who was it? I don't even remember who. Oh, Rasheed Rice. If
And
you
they got a back, not a back judge, but
yeah,
the middle judge, middle back, whatever you want to call them. I don't
yeah.
know.
I don't know either.
Judge, they refs, but they're not judges, but they refs.
Yeah.
So I mean, they got all three of the phases, like middle, two sidelines.
But you gotta
So
think. So like if you I mean the back judge definitely not seeing it. They do call him judge because
no,
they definitely call him the back judge. Either way, the but if you decide ref, you're not seeing that. You seeing Rasheed coming at maybe you looking somewhere else. You see Rasheed coming at you. You see him get bumped. But to call that, you got to look. Is the ball out? Oh, the ball's out. By the time you look, the ball's out. The only reason we know all this shit is because technology has gotten so good that we have instant
but the thing about it
replay
is,
and
if
you can
it's
watch
not,
it in slow
if
mo.
even if it's not a pass interference, if the ball's not out, it's still a illegal contact if at best
Yeah, no, but
because it's still
it's in within five. That's what they said. If it's within 5 yards, then if the ball is out already, then
it's a
there's no penalty. That's how they explain it
okay.
on
Yeah,
TV
yeah,
at
yeah,
least.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So you can do that. You can do that if the
Well,
ball
I'm just saying
isn't out. If the ball wasn't out, it would have been
he it
fine.
would have
But
been
because the
fair.
ball was
Yeah,
out, that's why they called it. Yeah. But either way, it didn't matter. It didn't
yeah,
matter because we had to punt. We just punted the ball away regardless.
yeah. Yeah.
So you get the ball back after all of that. You still get the ball back with what? 8 minutes left? 8 minutes and 23 seconds left. And what do they go do? Move the ball right down the field like they've been doing all game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get into this shit. You get into this shit. And I don't know, people can be to me, If he hits that shit, he's the hero, bro. This is the 2nd and 9, and that's what somebody was explaining. He's like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
you
Get
got
the.
Diggs wide open, and he can cut up and probably get 3, 4, 5 more yards at least.
Mm-hmm.
At least he's right there. The crazy thing is he's looking that direction too. Because my whole thing is this video quality is really bad. It looked better on the phone, but like over here, it's two
That's the
Chiefs
yeah, it's
and
the closest
one.
Chiefs players.
Yeah, there's two. It's two Chiefs
Mm-hmm.
players here, but there's somebody else that could turn around and block. So he's probably getting.
He could
It's
probably with that
probably
angle.
get a first down. If not,
Yeah.
it's 3rd and 1,
Well,
and
with
you
that
got
angle, he could probably block both dudes. Shit.
true. Yeah, just
Whatever.
block down and Diggs just race to the sideline. But then
Mm-hmm.
it's 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 at the worst.
Yeah.
At worst, it's 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 ish. You catch it right there and just turn up, and that's all you get. But it's just, and you converted how many you convert? You was like 50-50 on converting it. Now a lot of people was mad, like, why would you throw that? But the crazy thing is, if he didn't get bumped, he would have hit him. He got bumped and turned
Yeah, because
sideways
the dude who told Patrick Mahomes good luck finally was man up on Chris Jones, and
and
Miss
got
Chris Jones
murdered.
pushed his ass into the quarterback.
He got, oh, here's a better angle. Oh, he getting
Look at him.
killed.
Boy didn't even get through his drop step before he got.
He's getting smoked. It's sad. That shit's sad. And he's looking at direct, like it's crazy
He
to
like
see.
shit,
Just look down because you damn near about to get sacked. So you might as well just throw the short drag anyway. It's right there.
man.
But no, you get bumped. You
Baby
get
glad that didn't
bumped.
turn into a pick.
That's crazy. That it wasn't even a crazy bump, but it's just wild to think how fragile like the motion of throwing and that whole thing is, that bump can keep you from turning into it all the way. So then you just don't even get enough torque to even get it downfield. A guy
Oh
that we
yeah.
just talked about throwing the craziest fucking pass like ever just can't complete that just because, whether it's yips or you just
It's the
scared.
hips and
You
or he didn't
scared.
have he couldn't
He couldn't turn into it the right way.
he
That's
couldn't
really what
turn
it
up,
is.
he couldn't step into it, he
Yeah.
couldn't do none of that. He
He just
just
flinged it
yeah, just like all right.
and
Hopefully
dropped
my
it
strength
short.
arm strength get it there.
But really, that's the game because then the next play is everybody's locked up
Mm-hmm.
and you could throw it away.
You throw it away.
And then the inevitable happened, wide right. That's
Why
to me,
right.
that's the sick part. I'd be so sick if it like I'd be sick. That's all I could say. I was gonna
Mm.
invoke Alex Smith's name, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm
Not
trying to be
today.
better. I'm
Not
trying to do better. This is a positive episode.
It was like
But
what Alex Evers do, man. Alex ain't do
no,
shit,
we're not
but
doing that.
yeah,
But in the fourth quarter, Josh Allen was 7 for 13, 44 yards, 18 rushing yards, and a fumble. Not great. The real sad part is James Cook in the fourth quarter, 3 for -6 yards. That's what he did the entire fourth quarter. The
they
second
said
half, he was 7 for 20 in the second half. They just gave up. They
they
gave up.
said his
Go ahead.
his over under was 61 and a half.
Mm.
So they say after the fourth quarter, if you had him if you had him at 60 over 61 and a
Oh
half, you
no. You watched him just get negative yards the rest of the fourth quarter. Oh, that's sick, bro. The flip side of that, think about the flip side. 7 for 13, Josh Allen, 7 for 13, 44 with 18 rushing yards. Mahomes in the fourth quarter, 4 for 7, 48 yards. That man completed 4 passes for 48 yards in the fourth quarter to end it. Pacheco, 7 carries for 62 yards and a touchdown in the fourth quarter. So
our running
that's
back get there.
game. That's
We controlled the
game.
trenches after that. Big
Yeah, well,
boys is like, all
we
right, let's
showed
take it
up, y'all
home.
didn't. And it
Shit,
just
man.
really simply came down to that. I did have Josh Allen's passing chart. You will notice something here.
Mm. Yeah, they all
This looked like Mason
within
Rudolph
10
passing chart.
he can't throw right.
It's crazy. What is this? It looks just like, didn't we pull up Mason
Yeah,
Rudolph?
we did.
It looks exactly the same. I had to go look through my fucking, I think I threw that picture away.
Sir, we need you to run for 100 yards and just keep
No, it's
everything
right
within.
here. Look at it. It's the same fucking passing chart. It's the same thing. They put Josh Allen, somebody who's supposed to be competing with Mahomes to be MVP, on the same game plan as Mason Rudolph. What? No.
I don't know
Oh, I
why
need my
that's so
face in this.
fucking funny, bro.
What? No, they did not do that. Not Mason Rudolph. Not Mason Rudolph throwing for more
Wait,
yards too.
wait, Mason Rudolph got more passes beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
They just all, oh
Oh my
man,
God, that is
this is
crazy.
out of
I
control.
didn't plan for this either. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like I just had the Josh Allen one and then remembered, like, wait, we did this already.
Yeah, that is.
That is
If you
sick.
did a blind reveal, you'll
Ooh,
be very surprised on
just
these passing
took the
charts.
name, took like the fucking faces and the bottom off, and just showed you the passing chart and said, guess who these two quarterbacks are? One is supposed to be competing with Mahomes to be the best quarterback of the
Once,
era. And one's been in the league 7 years and just started for like the first time in like 3 years. You'd be like, what the fuck is you wouldn't know who's
but this
who.
is the passing chart against that Bills team.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Oh my
his
God.
passing chart didn't look like this against the Bills. I mean, against the Steelers.
No, God, no. His pass chart was way better than that. But
Yeah,
this
this is just
this is disgusting to look at. Like Mason Rudolph was trusted to throw it downfield more than Josh Allen.
Mason Rudolph didn't have a choice.
Oh man, that's true. I mean, they was down too. The Bills was down too. You would have thought they would do something, but no, that's what
Oh
happens though,
man.
man. The goat goaded you. He got you again. And you Bills fans, that's gross. That was gross. Throwing snowballs after the loss, even though like some of y'all was in the stands crying and shit, trying to hit that man in the face, turning the water off, turning the hot water off. Did you hear that?
Mm-mm.
They turned the hot water off in the Chiefs locker room. That's what Donovan Smith tweeted. That they got everybody went back to the locker room and the hot water was turned off. Sore losers. That shit is crazy. And I was just listening to Nick Wright that brought up a good point. Guess who had the number 10 pick in the 2017 draft and
Yeah, I
traded
seen
it
that
to the
today.
Chiefs, the Bills, to turn around and draft Josh Allen next year? I know they sick. You gotta be sick watching that. Like I couldn't imagine it.
I said, nah, we'll pass on that. We just gonna get
We got Tyrod Taylor. We good. Damn, that sucks.
maybe they
But
just didn't value any quarterback that was worth the that pick right at that
oh,
time.
just not the greatest quarterback of
Hey,
all
man,
time.
listen, we moved up, they moved out.
Uh,
That's all I need to, and then it's the rest is
I'm
history,
happy
right?
for it. Yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
that. I'm glad. But so any last words for the Bills or about this
Uh,
game? Stop trying to blame the refs. That's the other one. That's
yeah, I
nasty
don't get
too.
it. It was actually they was really letting them dudes play. To be honest, I mean, it
For
was just a
real.
few. I don't remember too many like
I think there
because
was
if that's the case, then what about the forward pass Josh Allen threw? We gonna talk about that, or are we just gonna act like
yeah, totally skip
since
past that part. Third and
uh,
17, you throw the ball forward by 2 yards and they don't call
it's
that.
like right? So okay, we can go back all day about some stuff, and this
Yeah.
was holding going back and forth. So no, I mean it was a good game. Like
Yeah. I think there
they
was
lost,
four
we
penalties
won.
total in the first half, if I remember. It was like two for 15 yards and two for 15 yards.
Yeah,
So yeah,
we
the
won.
refs.
On to the next.
Mm-hmm.
We'll hear about it all off season. How somehow the Bills is still a top five team and
Yeah.
favorite, maybe third in Vegas for Super Bowl odds. So one of these years
Uh,
you might win money. So
maybe. So
I
let's
don't
move
know, but
on. The Chiefs are on to the next, and we are also on to the next. That game is the other. Wait. Yeah, the other game that got played on Sunday. The Lions beat the Buccaneers 31-23. Um,
Baker Ball,
Yeah. I mean,
Baker
kind of.
Ball,
He also lost him the game multiple
yeah,
times.
he did. But did you?
Started
I
off with a
mean,
pick, ended with a pick. So you kind of
yeah, the first one was Mike Evans needs to, you know,
the
not
question
be
for the
6'5"
true.
and bounce the ball in the air.
That was he overthrew him though. Let's be fair. That man's 6'5".
I've
Hit him in the chest.
mm-mm.
But the first question was there ever a doubt? That's pretty tongue in cheek. It was, I mean, the
What for who?
Lions, for the Lions.
Yes, there was doubts for both of them. Like
I
that's why
just,
people like
it's
yeah,
so
there was
crazy.
doubts.
But like Jared Goff really didn't play well. That's the funny part, as I kept seeing people just be like, "Oh, Jared Goff is becoming a really good quarterback."
Gibbs got off.
Yes, Laporta somehow
Shout out to Reynolds, man. Getting 27 yards and I need him 29 and a half
that those hurt the
to beat
most.
my parlay. So shout out to him though.
Laporta with the biggest fucking knee brace I've ever seen, like one of the
And
weirdest,
he's still
bulkiest,
breaking DBs off.
and he got 9 for 65. Like I think, yeah, he got 11 targets. Like that's
Yeah, they was going.
crazy.
They middle of the field. They could not stop that man. They was
Nothing.
just Laporte tight ends, crossers. I'm just like, okay, y'all. So y'all want this to be a shootout, huh?
You seen they signed Zach Ertz?
Mm-hmm.
That's what. Yeah,
I
that worries
don't.
me a little bit about Laporta's health because
Oh yeah.
if you sign a Zach Ertz just because, I don't think you would do that just because, right?
No,
A
because
little,
they. I don't know.
a little tell.
I,
I feel like maybe he's a little more banged up than they letting on because they were putting him on and off, on and off. Like they would just put him
yeah,
on
he
for
probably
two
won't
plays, take
play
him
as
off for
much.
three. But you have
He probably
to.
won't.
Don't get to the previews. But Baker,
It was a
350,
typical
three
on fire Baker
touchdowns.
game. Like it was a
Yeah,
typical Baker game when either he was gonna come down and win the game or he's gonna come down and throw the game winning pick. Like we've seen it
yeah,
when Baker's been at his peak of being Baker, that's what it is. He can always keep you in the game and it's gonna always be putting his hand somehow to either win it or lose it. We seen it in Cleveland. We even when the Rams when they picked him up just to start. His first game was a game winning drive. And some
yeah.
so it's just like
I don't want
when
to debate it right now, but is is Baker better than Dak?
oh my God.
I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking about it because I think statistically it's actually way closer than people would
I'm sure
imagine.
it is, but this is not a Baker Dak conversation. I'm not about
We'll
to.
do it later, but I just where does that put if Dak top 10, where does that put Baker then?
You just one. We just agreed
Because
last week he wasn't
that's what
top
I
10.
thought of. Where is Baker at then for you?
Well,
Because
he's
for me,
somewhere in the
it's
middle
fuck no, he's not
class.
in top 10. So
He's
but he's
somewhere
like
in middle class.
14,
Like they
15,
said, like 13 to 18, somewhere in
13
that
is that's
range.
pretty good, bro. That's
Somewhere in that range. I just say he was 13. I said he's literally in somewhere in that class. Like so.
okay.
I ain't saying he's the worst. Like you can win with him. Obviously, we've seen it with the broken Tampa, but
Yeah.
can you win with him? Is the question now. It's just like, or
Yeah.
is he just? I have to be under this system, this coach to run these things, and bam, there we go.
Yeah, but
Because if so,
I don't know. This
I mean, we know it's gonna be cheap for him. Like he only gonna
true.
sign for about 30 mil, 30, 25,
Yeah.
25 to 30 million.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll keep Mike Evans, but Godwin's probably gone. I don't think
I
they
think
signing
Mike Evans
Godwin
is
in.
gone. Why would you stay if you Mike Evans? Why the fuck would I stay? I don't care how good Baker was this year. Like, I'm
Yeah,
out of
no.
here.
Especially if he's trying to win a ring. He a
Yeah.
ring away from a Hall of Fame.
Or at
Just
least
saying
win
he
in the playoffs. Like,
yeah.
yeah. You won one
Well,
game
he
with
has a
Baker.
ring, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he
you're
has a
right. Yeah,
ring.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
tripping. He played back a couple years ago.
So yeah, he definitely would.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would
So
I stick around here? I can't win
right. I
shit.
already won a ring with y'all. Like I don't need to
Yeah.
prove nothing else with y'all.
I'm good. Let me just
I
go somewhere where I
completely
want
forgot
to
he was down there with fucking
boy.
Brady getting the fuck off.
But yeah, like
But
to me, the biggest thing takeaway from this game for me was that the Lions secondary is really bad because it was really just
yes.
the Mike
Oh my
Evans
God, that
show and
Sutton.
Cade Otten showed up again.
Yeah. I
That was
always
it.
hey, kid you I don't know. I
Cameron
don't know if
Sutton.
that was the ultimate win your money back game if people didn't understand that because both these teams defenses are horrible
Yeah,
and both these teams wanted offenses that wanted to throw the ball more than
yeah.
run theoretically.
I
So
still can't believe the parlay you hit was just all Tampa and they still lost this game and all those hit, just all those offensive fucking bets hit. Like the
yes,
offense for the Bucks was ticking at such a high level and they
what
lost.
I would have hit my one with because I do all team parlay
Yeah.
just split it up. I would have hit with with my Detroit one, but
Oh, but what's the name?
Montgomery didn't score or
Yeah,
so,
he didn't really do nothing.
because they gave it to their third string running back instead of Montgomery on goal line. That
Craig
killed my heart.
Reynolds. I thought you were talking about Josh Reynolds because he scored too.
No,
So
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no. I'll say that was so.
oh,
I'm
you say
talking
he
about on
needed
my
29
ESPN,
yards.
on my ESPN bet was the Montgomery. On my MGM bet, it was Josh Reynolds that messed it up.
Jeez, that hurts. But yeah, this
But yeah,
this
but you know,
this two teams, like I just the Lions for me are just hard to believe in. It's tough. Jared Goff,
but
just
you
like because
because I
the
think
other
it's the
question that was on there
story.
is Jared Goff good? Like, is he really
He's
good?
somewhere on the same 13 to 18 with Baker.
30 completions for 287 yards. It's like there's a lot of throwing it and not going nowhere, but they
Yeah,
still put up 30. That's the crazy part. You
yeah,
still put up
because
30.
they got the ball back
Did they
from their first
score
pick,
off
and they
both picks?
no the other pick ended
I
the
don't
game. They
remember.
just kneeled after that. But
Oh,
the
that's
first pick,
right.
it was on the 30. It was near like the
Yeah, they
30
kicked
or
a field
something.
goal. They went 8 play. He threw the pick. That was the opening drive for the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they went 37 yards to kick the field goal. So I mean, kind of they did score off one of them at least, but it's just like this for
I
me. It's
know.
just unremarkable. Like I love the pieces they have. I feel like I don't want to invoke the name, so I'll just say that so you know exactly what I'm trying to say. But the Lions are one of those teams. The way I was
Oh
talking
my God.
about the Cowboys, I think the Lions are one of those teams of hey, just do it, just do it, do it. Draft a guy, just fuck it. Why not? I don't understand. We've seen this over and over again work.
So you think if
Jordan
they
Love, Patrick Mahomes, like Aaron
so you
Rodgers,
so you
Kirk
think
Cousins.
somebody in a draft can get them back to where they currently are going right now, rather than Jared Goff running back with them?
Do you think Jared Goff will continue to take them to the NFC Championship for the next 5 years?
No, but guess what? I think he could compete for them to now.
Because how I
if
see it,
if you ask me
go ahead.
that question with this Detroit roster they have now, I would have been
But
like,
no.
and if they keep it, I would have been like, the next 3 years they probably make it to an NFC Championship.
Hmm.
But this is part of that 3 years. So now my hopes not are. I'm not up no more with them now. It's just like,
Yeah.
okay, they did do something great. So next year I wouldn't be just like, okay, well maybe last year was an outlier. After 3 years, we can see because
But that's my
that's how long
thing.
they gonna keep them.
So then draft a guy that you can trust second, third round, or maybe low first round. Just maybe one of
But I
the
think the way Dan Campbell is, maybe he wants his own. Maybe he wants his own guy. And I don't know him too much, like as a coach, what he does, because
yeah,
he came in. He inherited Matthew Stafford, which was an older
true.
quarterback, and traded him just for a younger, older quarterback. If you get what I'm saying, like
Yeah, yeah, I know what you
Jared
mean.
Goff wasn't old, but he seemed like he's been in
But
the league. He went
why
to a Super Bowl.
not? Why not? Why don't people think this way? You have
I
Jameer Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta. The whole offensive line is like 23. Eventually, you're
so
gonna get
you
to a point you have to pay all of them, and then Jared
right.
Goff's contract will be up. Then what do you do?
You do. I mean, at that point, you might as well just do the Kyle Shanahan system, huh?
Just draft somebody.
Just keep just running through quarterbacks, and then when they hit they time to re-sign after their fifth year, I'll be like, you took us to a few championships, but we just gonna run off of you because you're really not that good, and then we're just gonna go to another team. So it's just
Oh,
like,
so actually, guess what? Jared Goff's contract is up next year,
I don't think they re-sign him,
and he's only making 21. He's making $26 million.
so he's cheap
Yeah, but he's
compared to the
if he
market.
take you to the Super Bowl he's taking you to the end, if he can make another run in the playoffs and he can win one more playoff game next year too, you don't think he's asking like, hey, I need to get bumped up to
I need
40.
35.
Yeah, I need the Daniel Jones contract, which I feel like is going to come back to bite a lot of
Well, if they,
teams.
yeah, yeah,
That
because
40
he's definitely
million
better
is
than Daniel.
like,
That's
yeah,
gonna be the minimum now.
minimum 40. Yeah,
when
what?
motherfuckers need, like, if Daniel Jones is your measuring point when it start getting the quarterback
Everybody getting 40.
salaries, everybody's just like
41, 42, 43. That's what it's going to be. Everybody got to get 40 and up.
you're
So
like, this
that's
man about to sit on the bench for 40. You think I'm about to play 16 games and not get 40?
exactly. So that's my point is I just don't know why people don't I understand like you don't want to like worry Jared Goff and he's probably one of
but
those guys who you
but
don't want to really get in his head, but like
some people are in that place in their career where 40 would be, like giving Baker 40 right now is no. You
Hell
on your
no.
fourth
Maybe for
team.
2 years or something, but like, yeah, not no nothing
I
long
wouldn't give him
term.
40 a year. I was like, bro, just like Jared Goff after next year, if he does make it to the Super Bowl this year, they
Yeah.
lose because we
So wait,
making it.
are we
And
talking
then
about paying we talking about paying Jared Goff 35 to 40 million dollars
30,
for
I
the
would
next 5 years till he's
that he's not
34?
getting a 5 year contract. It would
What are
be
you
a
giving
three
him?
year, like a 3 year,
Let's see. His
three
market
year
value
hundred
right
million,
now.
3 years
Here's what
100,
Spot Rack says his market value would be.
3 years 100
No.
million.
4 years 104 and 50 million. $37.4 million a year
I
for
said, so
4 years.
I will offer 33.
So
That's what I
that
said.
would
I would give him.
be the end of next year, he'll be 30, and you giving him a contract for $40 million until he's 34.
That's
I'm
not
not doing
bad.
that.
I mean, I wouldn't do. I mean,
What about 3 years, 115 million? Would you feel comfortable
or
with
go
that?
get 3 years, 115.
Yeah, that's
No,
38 for
my
3 years.
my I no, I'm telling you, I'm giving him 33. Like, yeah, well, there's no negotiation. I'm not negotiating with you what you want. Like,
Well, hold
there's
on,
no, you're
wait.
getting.
What Derek Carr got 4 years, 150 million, and he was
And how is
31, and
that
I'm better
going?
than him. I'm way
Right.
better than him, so I need to make more than that. He making 38. I need to make 38 for 4 years. I need to make 40 for 4 years.
Yeah, no,
Kirk
but
Cousins got is he making 35 million a year. I'm better
well,
than Kirk Cousins right
Okay,
now.
well,
That's where
Kirk
the
Cousins
shit.
hurt.
Now you see
But
why
we're
I'm
not gonna do
saying
that. Who would you rather have,
draft the
Goff
quarterback.
or Cousins?
Mm. Oh. That's asking me like salt or pepper. Like they just
Depends
it's
on.
like they equal. When you making a meal, you need both. But I
No,
guess
but I
Kirk
mean,
Cousins.
okay. So what? They not gonna use a first rounder, obviously, on the quarterback.
No,
So
you
what
don't
you
need
just like
to.
a third round project
Yeah, second
and have them
round.
sit for a year?
Who's the best quarterback not going in the first round? I'm taking him. If I'm the Lions, that's the guy I'm taking because then I get a 3 year. I'm gonna give him this 3 years, 115 million. But guess what? I gave you your money, but this he's waiting. So you better
Okay,
not
well,
fuck up
yeah.
because I gave you
Well,
the money, but this
I
guy right
wouldn't give
here,
him the
he
money if
waiting.
my plan was to draft a quarterback for. I would just
No,
put him on a 2 year. If my
nah,
plan
I'll
is to
give you the
draft a
three.
quarterback,
I'll give
it
you the
got to be a
three
two
because
year with a player option.
okay, now we talking a little bit, but I don't think he'll go for that. If he's willing to accept three, then I'm cool with it because that means that third year I'll have some
Well,
type of
okay,
void
no,
shit where I can
you
cut
give
him or
him
whatever I got to
no,
do.
you do a 2 year with a player option and no trade clause, so he gets to pick who he gets to get traded to if he comes to that point.
Yeah, but this ain't the NBA. Like the NFL players don't really get like player
No, they got that.
options.
They do.
Not
Uh,
quarterbacks. That shit's guaranteed. Most of it is guaranteed.
that can
Oh.
that can turn down. He could veto in his contract. He could veto. Well, he could veto trades.
Well,
So
that's
he could
no trade
definitely.
clause though. That's different
That's
than
what
the
I said. A
player
no trade
option.
clause. Well, I'm saying give him a player option and then also
Hell
add a
nah, they
no
not doing that
trade.
in the NFL. They not giving a quarterback a player option. Hell no.
A
I'm gonna give
third
you a
round, a two
void
year with
year.
a player option.
We gonna put a void year in for the last year. So it's basically just a bull. You getting two. It's really a 2 year deal. And the third year, we'll figure out when we get there. But it's there. It's sitting there, and we owe
That's
you
what it
that
is. That's
money.
a
But we can cut you though on that third year. We can cut you after the second
let's say
year.
a team
Call it a
option. Then how
day.
about that?
That's
Not a
basically
player
what it
option, a
is.
team option.
Because that's what they did with I think who is it? With like the Russell Wilson. That's why they was talking about cutting Russell Wilson. Because it's the same thing. Because he has some type of void thing in his contract where it's like if you cut him now, you
You'll
saving money.
save some of money. Yeah.
You save a little bit of money.
Yeah, and I
But
ain't into the cap space and all that crap,
I
but
barely have just looked into some of that shit. But look what we didn't skip past. Fuck, this game was yeah. The Lions won.
yeah,
That was
it
cool.
was
It was a
yeah,
good
Lions won. It
game.
was a good game. It was a good game.
Yeah.
All the games were,
But the inevitable happened.
I
Baker
guess.
Mayfield kind of fucked up. Yeah, all of the games was
Yeah.
good this week. That was kind of the most boring game. That's why I was like, all right, let's. Well, no, the Ravens game was the most
Yeah, I
boring.
would say that's probably was the third best game.
But let's get to the next game. Speaking of moving on from quarterbacks, I mean, you could take that a couple ways, I guess, but I was going more towards the 49ers beat the Packers. The Packers moving on from Aaron Rodgers was what I was referencing. But you could take that as them moving on from 49ers moving on from Purdy. But 49ers beat the
Mm.
Packers 24-21. My guy did it. Jordan Love finally did it, man. Finally went full goofball in the fourth quarter.
Mm.
He was doing good up till then.
Yeah.
I wrote some stats down. What pre-interception, he was 16 for 26, 175 yards, two touchdowns. Post the first interception, 5 for 8, 19 yards, and the game was over. But yeah, to me, like that's the you throw two picks in the fourth quarter, bro.
That's what happened.
It's over with. Yeah, like that's the game. You're done. But what was the notes I asked? What did I write down?
Uh,
Oh, the Brock part. So do you think Brock Purdy had a good game?
no.
Okay. I feel like
Why
anybody
would, but what,
I wrote down
where,
on the notes the Rorschach test because do you know what the Rorschach test is?
uh-uh.
It's the little they put the little blobs on the white paper and they're like, "What do you see here?" I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh, a butterfly." And they like base
no,
your
no,
fucking psychology based on that.
yeah,
That for me
there's
is
no
like
wrong answer here.
this
Just
is
let me see
whatever
what you,
you
if you,
see, we gonna dictate like what's in your brain based off what you see here, and that's kind of what I felt like this game was. If you looked at this and was like, Brock Purdy came back in the fourth quarter, he had an amazing game, he played awesome, then you're a dick rider. I don't know how else to say it. You
yeah,
you because what the
you
fuck?
just have to be a 49ers fan
Yeah,
because everybody else just watching, just like,
it's terrible.
he might get his game to Green Bay.
He's terrible. Now you want to hear here's the little stats I wrote down for this game. Because this is all Brock Purdy based because I noticed a trend here that was pretty clear to me. Brock Purdy in the first half. Now this is the where or you could make the argument. Brock Purdy in the first half,
Hmm.
10 for 14, 121 yards, one touchdown. Not bad. That's actually really good.
No,
The second half, 13 for 25, 131 yards. You go, okay, not terrible. It was cool. But in the context of watching the game, the misses were really, really bad. But to
yeah,
add a
like
little,
dirt and screen passes, and
yeah, to add to that, in the second half, if you take away all the passes to McCaffrey and Kittle, he was 7 for 19, 86 yards in the second half. So for the whole game, if you take away the one bomb he hit to Kittle, which was a nice pass in the end zone,
right.
you take that away. You take away the 32-yard run that he hit Kittle for 5 yards and he took it for the rest of it. You take
Hmm.
away McCaffrey. McCaffrey was kind of pedestrian, like catching the ball. He had, what is it, 7 for 30? So nothing crazy, but take away those seven completions and 30 yards. He was 14 for 30 with 160 yards total if you take away McCaffrey and Kittle's plays. And it's like
Sound about right.
that's where it gets like, ooh, okay, now you can understand. That's why statistics I like statistics. Like you have to watch the game and put these
Yeah,
things into
the eye test.
context.
Yeah, because if you just look at the
If
numbers,
you
it's
look at
like,
those
well,
stats, you're like, wait, 10 for 14 in the first half, 120 yards. That's pretty good. 13 for 25, 131 yards. That's pretty good. But then it's
yeah,
like, well, no, if you take away all the little short dump passes
yeah. Well,
to
pull up
McCaffrey,
that chart for Brock Purdy for that
ooh,
game
you're
and see
right.
what they're looking at.
Because if you take away the McCaffrey dump offs that didn't go anywhere, and you take away the one play that George Kittle took off with, which he threw it 5 yards and he took off. Even the Debo passes, if I added those in, it makes it worse. Because Debo had one where he dumped the first pass, he dumped it off to
Yeah.
Debo and he took off for 15. So that means we're talking
So
about 13 for 29, 140 yards.
shout out to IU too, messing up some of my money. But where was he at? Or am I still tripping on my top 10? He just is just like, if he
Not
want to be
good.
up there in that, if he want to be in that echelon where I was getting slammed for, then he gonna have to perform in that echelon.
Three
I'm
for
sorry.
31. But also, Brock Purdy is your quarterback.
Okay.
And it was raining. He has
He
small
had 1,300
hands.
yards and 7 touchdowns this year. I don't want to hear it all of a
What do
sudden
you
now
want him to
Brock Purdy's
do?
your
Brock
quarterback.
Purdy, it was raining.
All of
What
a
do you
sudden
want him to
Brock
do?
Purdy. Okay, Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen is playing in 4 degrees.
Yeah, but it's raining in California, bro.
Yeah,
That
I
shit is
guess.
so dumb. Like, has small hands and it rains. You know what else people don't tell you? Patrick
Oh
Mahomes has
man.
small hands. But what does that mean? It means nothing. It means
What is
absolutely
small
nothing.
hands? I'm just confused. Like, what is
Small
this?
hands. You know what small hands is. You ever shook somebody's hands and went like, damn, your hands feel very small for a person that is a grown adult man.
Not that we still comparing it to Josh Allen's.
No, I know I forgot to turn them off. Hold on. Where's my camera? There we go. Let me see. What does it say? You think okay. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. Brock Purdy, come sit down over here, Playboy, because he still threw the ball deeper than Josh Allen
Yeah.
did. Fuck.
That's what I'm about to say. He
Jesus
ain't got.
Christ.
I don't know what the hell was going on with them then, because
That's
23, 39, 20,
crazy.
and they both threw the same amount of balls too.
Sheesh. Yeah.
186, 252, 1-0, 1-0, same.
This
Bro,
is
this is
really
the
crazy.
it's the
Whoa.
same game.
It's yeah, they just had the same game.
It's
Except
just
Brock
one
Purdy
people,
threw one good deep pass.
or it's just one people's weapon stepped up and the other ones didn't
No,
at
but
the crucial time.
even in this, Brock Purdy threw it past the line. Like,
Yeah.
look how ridiculous Josh Allen. All of his passes are behind the line. He has what? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. He has eight completions past the line. That is ridiculous.
and
But yeah,
and seven incompletions
yeah,
past the line.
that's fucking wild. What is that? That is such a weird game. They really didn't trust Josh Allen at
Mm.
all. And that's just, but we're on to the we're past that.
We
Yeah,
are.
like
It's just intriguing how now you start looking at the charts and things. It's like, whoa,
start making
uh
you think about some of that's why I said the statistics along with what did you see is what makes like for me compelling, I guess, content, but not just that. Like even the people I listen to, like I like listening and watching people that like obviously I know you not just sticking to your take, like you really watched what was happening and paired it
hmm
with what was going on. Cause like shit, I love first things first, but the Broussard defending Josh Allen, especially now that we're looking at all of this, is so egregious. To
Yeah.
do the take that he wasn't all he had to do is not be terrible to be a great. It's like no. We comparing this man to somebody who is
We
possibly
call
the
him
GOAT.
Peyton Manning.
Bro, come on. Even with Brock Purdy was supposed to be the MVP. 14 for 30, 160 yards, throwing to anybody that's not McCaffrey and Kittle. And even some of those were to Kittle. I didn't pull out all the
I'm
Kittle plays.
saying,
I just pulled out the two big ones. Like,
uh,
what is this? This man is not this is not an MVP type caliber person. Because
mm,
even in the comeback, so they was down. The Packers came straight out. Jordan Love was balling. Aaron Jones really didn't.
Aaron Jones low key been balling too though.
But the thing is, Aaron Jones had what 118 on 18 carries, but you got to take away. He had 153-yard run. So you
Yeah.
take that out,
You
and he
can't take
was.
away the best run. It's just like,
But I'm saying, if you take away the best run, you're
yeah, I get what you
17
mean.
for 68 yards, whatever it is, 65 yards, whatever it is. But my whole thing was so even in they people talking about Brock Purdy came back, right? Brock Purdy did it. He made the comeback. Like, isn't he great now? Well, no. Hold on.
No,
First
well,
off,
no.
he was
Great is used
terrible.
so loosely
Yeah, it's
nowadays.
so loose. He was terrible. Honestly, watching is terrible. Just sailing
Yeah.
balls, throwing them into the dirt, all that. Where you're just like, I don't understand what's happening. Uh, but second half for McCaffrey, he had 98 yards, but he had 7 for 65 in the second half. And I think 30 of them, they had one drive where Kittle caught a ball for 30 something yards, and then McCaffrey had that 40-yard run, and that was the whole drive.
Makes sense.
That was it.
That's the.
Like he didn't have to Brock
I
Purdy didn't
guess
have to do nothing.
get it to now. He just dumped. I mean, I wouldn't say dump it because that's what Josh Allen was doing, but he threw
Yeah,
it.
we have a whole different metric for just throwing the ball short now. The Josh Allen
It's
divisional
like,
playoff game. Like that's throwing it short. Even what Purdy does is better than that.
yeah, but I mean, it's still kind of. I mean, I guess a dump per se because it's barely
Yeah.
past the line of scrimmage.
You would be
But
2 or 3 yards past. It's like,
I
eh.
mean, if your guys do it, if The Green Bay played good. They did exactly what they were supposed to. I think it was really just Jordan Love decided to throw the pick at the wrong time.
Yeah.
I had what was crazy, and I was really rooting for your man too, man. Back
I
down here, I'm like,
know.
oh man,
I
he got a
know.
one last drive. Hell yeah, Jordan Love. Carver gonna go crazy if this man marched this ball down here and score, boy. I
Boy,
was like,
look, I was ready.
I bet you
Oh, I
had your
was so
text
ready.
already drafted up about to send me. Like, boy, you said, how about
I wish, man.
but
Oh, to go back to the Chiefs Bills game because it fits in a little bit. The theory I was texting you about that you started it that the team you have to run the ball. Even if you down, you still got to run the ball because what the Chiefs do?
you got to establish
We
something.
down, we running the ball. We up, we running the ball. And then what happened to the Bills? They stopped running the ball. You lost the damn game. Sad.
You got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And then running is the only way you can. Obviously, you can do it from pass block.
Yeah, like you were saying, you got to establish something. You can't
Yeah,
just get, and then if you do establish it, don't just go away from it.
yeah.
Stupid.
But I
But
was just saying, yeah,
go ahead, go ahead.
man, that run game is where your line it beats the other line up. So that's how you establish it. Because then not only are they tired from rushing
Hmm.
the passer, now they all beat up, and now they just like, oh shit.
And
Like so
then
that's how you get the D line starters to rotate, and then you pass when they backups are in, because then you
true.
got the backup rushers. I
And on
mean,
top of that, you also are getting linebackers and safeties to come downhill on play action. We actually making you commit
mm-hmm.
to coming downhill so then we can throw some over the top, get you moving around and all this shit. But yeah, the Packers, they kind of did the same thing. They led the game in rushing, but they kind of went away from the run a little bit once shit got close and dicey and the 49ers didn't. That was the thing.
The game was too close for them to abandon the run.
But even when the 49ers was down, what'd they do? They stuck with McCaffrey. I mean, if I had McCaffrey, I'd still just run him every
Yeah, because
fucking
the
two
game
out of three
is
plays, regardless. But
I
you
just don't
have to.
understand.
It's just weird that teams don't think that way. They're just like, no, we have to throw the ball every down now. It's like, well, no, you've had success running the ball in an entire game. Keep
Yeah,
doing that.
we down three with a whole half left, or we down three with a whole
Yeah,
quarter left. Like we still
keep
can
going.
yeah, I don't get it.
But either way, none of that would have mattered if Jordan Love just didn't throw the interceptions. If he could have just took that drive and just got downfield. First of all, the kicker should have made the damn field goal at the end of the game. So they didn't even force. It was a tie. So it was tied when he threw that pick. At least
Right.
like this, it breaks my heart, man. I just wanted to pull
But
that up.
we just don't need to keep doing it. Well, the kicker is like, okay,
Yeah,
well,
the kickers.
when
This
these
it
when
is what it
these
is.
when these quarterbacks get the chance to do in the position what he's in right now, they got to come through. Especially if we
Yeah.
starting to say like these quarterbacks are starting to be superstars and they're
Hmm.
gonna be this, then that. So how many chances does he get like this before we say, okay, maybe he's not the guy?
Yeah. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
A couple.
You don't get too many because
You get a
they just how
couple, but
much as
not a
they
lot.
love you, they start hating you.
Yep. All you have to do is keep making this same mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't, then you start going into that Alex Smith, Dak Prescott bucket of just like,
All
you
right, we need
keep
to find
doing the
another
same,
quarterback to name.
you keep doing the same exact thing and you don't get any better from it. But yeah, I just wanted to pull up that last interception. I don't know what the fuck is. This must be somebody breaking down the damn play. I don't know what he was. I don't know. I thought when I remember we text and I was telling somebody was up running up this. I think it was whoever this is, Tucker Craft or Musgrave, one of them big
Yeah,
white
one of
boys.
the yeah,
He basically just like running like a weird
running a wheel.
wheel route up the
Yeah,
sideline and he's ass open.
but
But
he can't.
looking at
At
it
that point, he already bailed out the pocket.
the wrong way. And then on top of that,
Yeah,
I don't think that's where he was going because if you look where he put the ball, it was kind of on the money for whoever that was he was throwing it to, but it was triple covered. So I started to think maybe he just didn't actually see what the fuck was happening. Yeah, because look, that man
man.
broke out. Why? That's your play
Why?
right there. It's first
But
and
he
10,
already look. He ain't
and it's
looking.
too
He already
late.
running. It's
Yeah,
too
he got
late
scared by the rush, but it's right there. The play looked like it's designed for
to
that.
go
Like
that
that should
way.
have been your first look.
Who is this that fell off the line? Oh, Aaron Jones right here.
Oh,
Because it
right
looked like he was
down
going to
here.
check down to the running back too, but I
What did
think
it?
he fell.
Now he just blocking. Oh, right there.
Yeah,
But no, why wouldn't he take
but
off? He should
yeah,
take.
that's what I'm saying. Why didn't he just take off? Because if he would have took off as
What
soon as
the
he got
fuck?
up, he would have
Yeah.
had somebody to run.
He would have been able he would have been like right here at the line of scrimmage. He could have just dumped it off to him.
Yeah, at least tried something. Because that's first down, right? Yeah. Go
No,
rewind.
that's oh shit, hold on, my bad. But that's line of scrimmage.
No, I'm
The
saying that's a first down,
It's
right?
first down. Yeah, that's the other part.
Yeah. He
So
should have
either
just
check
leaked that.
down,
The running
like,
back should have just look. As
yeah,
soon
you
as he
had this
ran,
here, you should have had that. But even
it's
still, he ain't bailed out yet. He should be looking right to him.
right.
Like
Yeah,
he still didn't bail out. That's wide open, bro.
he left the pocket too early. And
No,
then right here,
now you know what it is. He made his mind up right at the snap. He's looking straight downfield. Bam. Look where his
well, he's
eyes
trying to
at.
see, I guess he's trying to see what all these safeties drop into, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's like he already know where he's trying to go with it because his eyes are downfield already.
Yeah. So he
Nobody
already
has
know
even
I'm
broke
going
5 yards
downfield.
out. Yeah, you
No,
trying
he
to
said
look where
I'm
the
taking this
safety is going.
downfield. But if
Even
you looking
though
downfield to manipulate the safeties, I'm
that's
dropping
cool.
it.
Exactly.
That because if you looking downfield to drop and see,
You
even if you
pushing
are
everybody
looking to see where
back.
they're dropping, you pushing everybody back. So
And
somebody short would have been there.
you got 2 timeouts. So you can
And
afford a
then
dump off that don't go anywhere.
it's two
And then do
timeouts,
the dumb
52
shit.
seconds from the 35. Yeah, I
You
would have
got
dumped it
two
in.
plays to be safe before you start doing dumb shit.
Yeah, but this is what killed it right here. Run it up a little bit, right? And then he blocking, blocking,
Oh shit, hold on. My bad.
blocking, blocking, bam. Right here. Aaron running back slips. But look how much yards he got right in front of him. If he would have just popped up instead of trying to run
All
the
of that
block.
shit.
Look at look.
He's got all the space in the world.
Pop up. Right when he pop up, he did the wrong thing. He went the pop, bam.
Because even right
Tried to go
there,
back and even right there. There you go. That's the
all you got
outlet.
to do is
That's
come
the
right here. If you just
yeah.
backpedal a little bit, none of these D linemen gonna see you. All you gotta do is come right
No,
here. Just
because he
right
just
there.
failed, so they think he out to play anyway. And then all of a sudden he goes, "What did he do? Oh, I'm about to go save my
Try to
quarterback against Nick
block.
Bosa."
And then you forcing Jordan Love to chuck it, even though his mind was already hit. If you watch, like we go back and look, his eyes never leave. Whatever he looked at right
No,
there,
it's still looking,
he looking at the same spot the whole
still
time.
looking. So you should have seen everybody there.
That's crazy. You know what's crazy? I just realized if we watch again, he did look over at that tight end. He looked over to him and just was
I
like,
can't
nope.
really see.
Cause
Mm,
right before he took off, he turned real quick, but then he just took off. I just don't know. The guy's
well, probably
good.
because that D lineman came in his window to throw the
Yeah,
ball,
yeah. Y'all got fucking bullied. The fucking offensive line got bullied over there on the left side.
and then he's like, "No, not Bosa."
But this,
And
see, now when I
but look at it again. Look how many people was on the bottom of your screen. If he would have
nobody,
dumped it,
nobody.
a dump off to the running back would have been field goal range
Crazy.
easily.
Yeah, because let's see again. Is it playing? Oh
Not
yeah, it's
yet.
playing. It's just I think this video is somebody breaking it down, but
Oh, okay.
so all right, we already established he would have probably caught it right at the line of scrimmage.
Right.
So directly in front of him would have been nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody to the 50. Nobody to
No.
the 45. He probably whoever that is down there at the bottom, that's probably who would have got him probably right at the 50. But this, see, now I think in my brain, I think Jordan Love has a little Mahomes like I'm him. I honestly
Yeah.
think maybe the ball at first I thought if you look, who holding him? Who was holding this man right here? Nobody.
But he ain't getting that over there.
There's no way though. And that's what I
He
thought at
not
first.
getting
I was
that
like,
over
what if
there.
he was trying to check it cross field,
He got
jumping?
Nick. But now, if Nick Bosa wasn't bearing down on him,
You
he
could have
probably would have
stepped into
stopped,
it.
stepped into it, and probably would have had everybody out there looking dumb. But
But I
Nick
just
Bosa was coming.
wonder. I just wondered if he thought I could one arm jump and sling this to the whole other side of the field. But no, looking back on it now, no way. He watched
Yeah,
this
it was,
safety the
but
whole time and was just looking Christian Watson's route out the whole fucking way.
it's crazy how they picked the oddest times to throw to Christian Watson.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
Like, is he
he
really
looked
that
like he
good?
was about to emerge, but then he got hurt and it kind of fell off a little bit, and then now they trying to go back to him, but not.
And then why was you running? Because if you fumble that ball,
Just as dumb as ever. You
you
get
dumb
down.
as hell.
Like
Yeah. Imagine he fumbles right there. Like, that's crazy. I would love for to watch the all 22 for this, but it probably won't be out for another day. But that shit, man, oh
well,
man,
look,
where was
right
he
after the
going
pick,
with it?
look, just even play it. Right after the pick, only how many guys come up from the bottom of the screen to block? One.
One. That's Nick
That
Bosa, ain't it? That's one of the
Yeah, and that was
DN.
Bosa. That was the one who stopped them from throwing. So look, literally, it would have been Aaron Jones and a DB one on
Yeah.
one to see how far he can get down the field.
Ah, man. And then, yeah, you wasted that Brock Purdy terrible game with those picks, man. Come on, Jordan Love. Ah, what was
That's
that?
breakdown film 101, y'all.
Yeah.
And
We
I
need to we need to do that every once in a while too. I have an idea, but I'll tell you when we get off. I'll tell you when we get off here.
oh man. But nah, man.
Man, it's
All in
goofball. He
all,
fine. I told you. I've been telling you all year. What does he do? He goes through these phases where he just does goofball shit, and you just go, I don't even know what that was. Why would you do that? Even the first pick. Well, now the first pick was a tip. I just watched it again. Yeah, but you
yeah,
can't do nothing about that. But that last one, it just goof. Like, he just does weird stuff where you like, you can't do that. You can't throw it crossbody with fucking Nick Bosa bearing down on you and jump off 1 foot and throw it into triple covers. You can't do that to end the game.
no, no,
That's
you can't.
that's disrespectful.
Well,
But he did.
he shows too much. Let's put it like this: he showed too much promise, and hopefully he can back it up next year. Because
Yeah.
now that he did that, came up this close to the
Pressure's
49ers,
on.
expectations is just
Real
all right.
expectations.
What now? What? Because people up here talking about Jordan Love.
He's
Forget
a
about Aaron
great
Rodgers. This is
quarterback.
him. He's this and he's that. All right, now let's see what you can do next year when everybody got film on you.
Yeah. But I mean, now, hey, the 49ers can say they have finally Kyle Shanahan is no longer 0-30 when going into
When
the fourth
traveling,
quarter by losing by 7 or whatever, or just trailing in the fourth quarter,
just
period, I
trailing in
think.
the fourth. Yeah, he
They
won
got
in 30
one,
now.
even though Brock Purdy played one of his worst games of the year.
Yeah,
But that's what happens. Ravens, Texans, blowout.
we called it.
What else you want?
Uh, Lamar
Any takes
threw.
from that?
Yeah, he almost ran for more yards he threw for. But
Do we have the Lamar conversation? Is that what we just are going to use this for
do we
basically? Because that's what it
do we
feels
gonna
like. Well,
do we?
first I'll do this. The
I was
Texans O
like, do we have?
line completely failed C.J. Stroud, especially in the second half. Guys were open. They were beating that Ravens coverage, but guess
Yeah,
what? Doesn't matter when they send six. They just send six guys, and we can't do nothing about it. Like, the line
they
flipped
wasn't. They
so
wasn't.
hard.
They
They just
wasn't.
killed against the Browns. They just shut down Miles Garrett, and then you come out here and you just
Yeah,
is the Ravens defense just like that crazy when you
I
could
don't think
flip?
he's never played. Well, he's played the Ravens once, but I think that it was at home, if I'm not
Yeah, it was
mistaken.
like the first game of the
And it was
year.
the first game of the year. It's
Yeah,
at home, but it's a playoff game. You're a rookie in Baltimore. He ain't felt that.
yeah, true.
He
So
ain't. He ain't felt that. Houston, young. Everybody on that team, young. Like
yeah,
he ain't feel that. Now the Mahomes is a different story. Now he's been in Baltimore. He's the
true.
so
Oh boy, has he? But yeah, that game was bad. I think what we should just use this time instead to jump straight to the Chiefs Ravens preview because that game was they got blown out. They only scored a touchdown off of special teams,
uh,
off a kick return.
yeah,
So
field goal. So if you had a money on this, I feel a special teams touchdown.
you got it.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So
If you had Lamar Jackson to throw 200 yards, guess what? You didn't hit that. Now,
nope.
I want to tell you this is I got down a
I had
rabbit
it for
hole.
175 and I still missed it.
Yeah, that's tough. I went down a fucked up rabbit hole, bro. Lamar Jack. Oh yeah, I forgot. I already have this set up, so I can just go straight to it right now. Lamar Jackson. Damn, it ain't pulling up. I'll pull pull it when it loads. Lamar Jackson has only completed 25 passes in a game 4 times in his entire career.
Did any of them happen this year?
Yeah. Two of them.
Mm.
Now,
Oh, so that's why he become a better passer, huh?
bruh, the narrative. I'm just gonna read what I wrote because I literally wrote some shit. Where is it? I wrote a whole thing, the Lamar narrative that he's a better passer. Completion percentage and attempts, yes. He's thrown more and completed more passes than he ever has, but he also has played the most games that he ever has in a season. Completion percentage is the best it's ever been, but also it is only 1 or 2 percentage points higher than the past 5 years.
Normal, right?
Touchdown percentage, it's actually third, but again, it's 0.1 or 2% different than every other year. So negligible difference. Interception percentage, it's the best it's ever been. But guess what? It's
He,
1.5 versus 1.8, 1.7, 1.6. So it's virtually exactly the same. QBR, it's the third most. So, okay, but guess what? It's 66.7 versus 66.5, 66.4, 64, 62. So it's roughly floating around the
has been in the
same that it's
same
been
area,
every single year.
mid 60s.
Sacks taken. This is his second most, but they're all number one is 38. This year was 36. The next year is 24. The
Well,
next year is
that's because he's
22.
more of a passer this year.
I have there's a theory to that. To me, he's just running. He's
There's more
not
design
no, I
runs.
should
They
say
saying
he's
he
not running the ball. That's what it is. There's not designed runs, but he's throwing the ball the exact same amount. There's just no designed runs. It just
well they
run when you get, well, there is designed runs, but it's way
yeah
less. But here's another one. Average depth of target. So how the Josh Allen chart
right
basically, how far are you throwing the ball to when you target somebody, how deep are
how
they?
far they right.
This is his second most at 8.4 yards per target. But the only ones, oh, second to last. So this is almost the worst one. This is the shortest that he's throwing the ball. But the other
Mm.
ones are 8.6, 8.7, 8.8, and 9.3 in his MVP year. So the
Pat had
real,
9 last night.
exactly. So the real other one is yards after catch per completion. It's number one by half a yard. So he's getting more yak per completion than he ever has in the
Right.
rest of his career. So he's throwing the ball shorter and they're getting more yards after the catch. To me, he hasn't improved or regressed.
He's the
He's
same.
just the
He's the
exact
same player.
same player that he's
That's
always
why.
been. He's great. It's great. Lamar is a great quarterback, but he has not gotten any better or any worse. He just hasn't played what I have here. He missed 10 games in 2 years. And they all at the end of the season. So we don't see him in the playoffs. We don't see him rounding out the end of the year when we start having MVP, who's the best, who can win it all discussions. He's not around. He hasn't been around since 2021.
But the thing about it is, it's starting to feel more like how it's kind of weird, kind of like with Pat. When Pat do Pat stuff, it's like, well, we can't give it to Pat because Pat gonna do that every year. When are we gonna start doing that with Lamar? Because this year wasn't better than his MVP year.
No, no,
So
not at all.
he dropped drastically in both areas, yards
Bro,
and rushing yards.
you want to know something real fucked me up that I did the math on before I left work, before I got here, basically the last thing that I did was
What?
look up, okay, so everybody keep telling me Lamar is the MVP, right? Because why?
Yeah,
Because okay, he might have threw less than 4,000 yards, but he ran the ball really well. He ran
he
for
only
almost
had
800 yards.
800.
He had 800 yards and 5 touchdowns. So I went and took it upon myself to pull up Patrick Mahomes stats and pull up Lamar Jackson stats. And what do you know? If you go total yards and touchdowns,
Pat got more.
Pat has 30 yards less, but like one touchdown less, I think, or 2 touchdowns less.
Because Pat. Oh yeah. Russian. That you said total
Rushing, if
yards.
you do total yards, because
Yeah.
you add the rushing touchdowns and all that. It's just the picks. The only difference is Lamar threw 7 picks versus Pat's 12. But then if you factor in fumbles, Lamar has like 3 or 4 fumbles. I think Pat just has like 1 or 2 fumbles.
Okay.
Either way, the turnover,
I got
everything is this close. It's all the smallest
yeah.
little minute details.
Well,
But
we
one
already
is the MVP and one
and
is
one has it
broken
had
and
a
having
bad
the
year.
worst year he's ever had. It just shows you his levels to the shit. But I do want to show you this chart though. Let me see if I can make it look get it looking a little better. So this is in your first 6 years, how many games did you complete 25 passes or more? And obviously at the top of this list is Patrick Mahomes with
Justin
37.
Herbert's sitting right there. Matthew
Justin
Stafford, all the
Herbert's next.
gunslingers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Carson
Carson
Wentz,
Wentz.
Andrew Luck, Matt Ryan, Sam Bradford, Josh Allen's up there, Kyle Murray, Kyler Murray's up there. I would have never guessed that. That was the one that threw me off the most, to be honest. Can you see that?
Where's Kyler Murray at?
I
Oh,
forgot to
okay.
scroll down. My bad. Dak Prescott's up there. Kyler, but Dak has 3 extra years compared to Kyler. But Joe Burrow's up
Okay.
there, even though he missed a season and a
Every
half of
year.
his fucking career. Yeah, he's missed half of
Right.
his career already.
This is
Uh,
first 6 seasons, right?
yeah, in their first 6 seasons. Now, okay,
Okay.
let me get you down. Hold on, I got to keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. There we go. Look at there.
Or
Look who's back to back with
his
each other.
his backup. Ain't that his backup?
Yes.
He probably did it one of the days he was out of. What year is he got the year on it?
2021.
Damn, that's
I
this
can pull
year.
up the games. I can go to the games. Let's see. So 1 game last year
And three the year he was hurt.
and three the year before when Lamar was hurt at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And he threw for, had a pretty regular game.
Regulars games. Yeah.
Yeah. Now Lamar's games where he did complete those are all pretty crazy games. Like one of them is this year or something, and he had like 300 some yards. No,
Yeah,
none of them are from
because
this year. Never mind, I forgot. They all from last year or from the same years.
his MVP year, right?
Nah,
No,
it's from
no.
2 years ago.
What did it say?
One's from
One
last
says this
year,
year.
one's
Oh,
from last year, and one's from 2 years,
the
or the
year
rest
he
of them
got
from 2 years
hurt.
ago. Yeah.
So him and Tyler Huntley did most of their passing in the same year.
Yes, 2021.
So if you got two, wait. So he's
And they're
somehow
all
wait,
after October, so they're all
wait. So
like half.
somehow he's became a better quarterback passing, but him and his backup
Have
both
yes,
got three of their 24. What do you say? 25 completions in the
25
game
completions in the game. Drew Lock
in the
also, who
same
is not a
year.
regular starter, has 4. Look at some of the
But
names that have
no, no,
4.
no. But you're not hearing me now. You know, y'all don't think you heard me.
No,
Him
no,
and
no.
his backup
Yes,
both
that
got
was the most.
25 plus completions in the same year, and he's a better passer this year.
Yes. Now I want you to see something else. I'm gonna scroll up this chart a little bit so you can see there's 2 more names on here that are hilarious.
CJ Stroud just played this year.
Jordan
He's
Love
right
just got
there.
all 5 this year, and so did CJ Stroud got all 5 this year. They have more this year.
Ain't no way my name would be under Brock Oswald. I'm sorry. I can't.
Blaine Gabbert, Kevin Cobb. And I made sure that it's within the first 6 years. So it's not some dude's 15-year career as a backup.
Damn,
No,
boy.
no, no. This is just only guys in
You
their
got to be.
6
You got to
years.
have six or better to be a great quarterback.
And if you notice, some of these guys, they did it within 2 years. Matt Castle has 6 within from 2008 to 2010. Alex Smith, look, your guy, he showed up. He had
Man,
6
number
in 4 years.
74.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Sam Darnold.
Taylor
Now,
Heineke.
Now hold on. It gets worse when you go to the people that have 3. So these are people that just have 1 less. Somebody like Vince Young, who was just not good. Colt McCoy. You want to know who else has 3?
You just
Zach
want to name all the Texas
Wilson.
people, don't you?
Zach Wilson had
Uh,
3 this year. They're all from 2023.
Well, then they been down
Justin
so much. I
Fields.
see why.
Mike White was a starter for like 8 games. Jake Browning had 3 this year.
And he only played 5 games.
Bruh, this is what I'm talking about. What are we saying with Lamar? What are we talking about when we say he is a better
Okay.
passer? What
So,
does that
and
mean?
this
Does
is
that
my
just mean he's
question.
not running as much? That's what we really saying. We just saying he doesn't run as much as he used to, but he's not
Okay,
throwing it better than he used to. He's not throwing it more than he
and
used to.
and so this is the question I'm trying to see. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if they give him the, which they will give him the MVP this year,
Yes,
who's to say he doesn't have the same exact? If he has the same
he
exact
probably
season next
will.
year, he and he don't win the MVP. It's like the Russell Westbrook argument. Well, he
Yeah.
had a triple double again this year. He has to get the MVP. I gave it to
Like,
him for last
no,
year. Well, we
no.
can't this year. Like we
But
can't.
look,
Like
Mahomes threw for 5,000 yards again. Then what? You're not nowhere near the MVP conversation if somebody throw for
no,
5,000 yards.
no. If somebody reached
48.
5,000, they
If somebody
no
get
because
to
nobody got close
4,800.
to 48 this year.
If
Like I
somebody
think the
throws
highest
40
was
touchdowns.
yeah, because Jordan Love led the well, he only had 32 touchdowns. That was what, second or third in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think first in
I
passing
think
yards was
like Dak,
42,
yeah, it was like, yeah,
44.
43 something. Yeah.
So yeah,
It's an
that's a low year all
outlier. It's an
around.
outlier year. It's like if me and you race, you faster than me. If me and you race and you trip halfway through, does that mean I got faster? No, it doesn't.
I
It
mean, that
means you
means you
tripped.
won though. You
No,
still get
but
the
you still
dub.
ran. No, like, well, yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, if you trip and fall and I beat you, does that mean I'm faster than you, or I
No, that's
got
not the
faster
truth. It's
halfway
just
through the race? No, it
no, it's
means
just an
you
outlier.
tripped.
It's a
Yeah,
little asterisk, like an asterisk on the season. Like no quarterback was really that good, so
yeah.
we gave it to the best quarterback on the
It
best
means
team
the
right
guy
now.
that was faster, and we all knew was faster, fell in the middle of the race. We don't go, oh my God, this guy just has gotten so much faster. He actually came out and won the race. That's how faster he's
Training
gotten
must
over
have
the year.
worked.
His training must be amazing. The fact that he actually won this time. And then you got to sit there and be like, I tripped. Like I fell. That's when you start getting mad. Running back. You start
Come
running
on,
back.
yeah, I know what it is.
Run this
Go
shit
ahead,
back.
meet me back at the start line, boy. You know what's up.
Yeah, I just wanted that narrative of Lamar
I
being a
doubt it.
better passer. That shit, no.
No, I didn't.
No.
Hey, listen, I wasn't on that shit when
I know you
earlier
wasn't.
this year. I was never on that.
But the
Like,
media and the people that will comment on the video when I clip this up, they will be very upset at us saying that because they're like, what do you mean? Look at the
what?
stats. Look
Look
at
at
the
the stats.
stats.
Look,
What do we
look at the
say?
stat. Have you not seen him play? Like I have. That's
Refer
why I'm
to the
saying
shit
it.
earlier. Look at the Brock Purdy game on paper and then watch the Brock Purdy game and look at the context of the statistics.
Well, the thing about people that argue sports, you pick and if you want to use stats, you're gonna have to use it with all your arguments, and you're gonna have to be
Yes.
able to get it used against you because you can't just
Yep.
bring up stats whenever it
You got to
matters.
live with it.
Like if you want to be a stat guy, be a stat guy. But when the stats come on against your favor, it's just against your favor.
The
Like it just
stats
is.
have context. To me, that's the most important thing. They have context. If you can point out the context to them, that's one
And the
thing.
only reason
Then
why
it
we
makes more.
saying it
Now it
is
fits all
because,
together.
and the only reason why we saying it is because nobody else on TV wants to.
Nobody is. You know what? Part of it is also that, and I felt weird about this. I'll dive into this a little bit. And whatever. It's whatever because ain't nobody watching the end of this right now anyway. There's people. We get 30 views on the biggest video. But for me, I feel like a lot of it is how many of those people are black people.
I don't know a lot
And
of.
and even well, no, I'm saying that are saying he's a better passer. And then on top of that, if you
Uh,
are a black person, you gonna disrespect this black man? Like all these black quarterbacks have come through the league and ain't been able to do what Lamar's been doing and da 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 da. And I just look at it like, no, I'm gonna call it how I see it.
right.
Straight up. If like the other thing we've been saying, if Mike Vick got these opportunities
In this era,
in this era where it's chuck the ball. Hey, if you want to run it, that's cool. You can run it. You can do it, whatever. Oh, and Vic came up worse than this. He only had like 2 games where he completed 25 passes. But that's in an era where they ran the ball.
Well, I would say that's a running different era. Vic, because when Vic was in that switch of the eras, because
Yes.
when
The
he
end of
could
his career was when it started changing. But I don't want to I just want to get this point off real quick. But I think a lot of it is because it's old white men. And as an old white man, you can't sit there and say this guy hasn't got any better. He never was elite at throwing the ball because it comes off as racist saying the black quarterback can't throw the
right,
ball. No, and for me, I feel comfortable saying that because I said when he came out, the dude is accurate over the middle, specifically deep over the
yeah,
middle passes. He might have the best ball there. But when you
because he
ask
got that
him,
funky sidearm
yeah, but if you ask him to
delivery.
throw deep to the outside, he can't do that. He cannot do that consistently over like a
He's
Joe
not
Burrow.
like he doesn't scare me throwing on the run if
No,
it's anything past 7 yards
mm-mm.
because his arm angle doesn't match like
Unless it's
having to
over the middle because he can because of the weird
right,
looping sidearm, he can always throw it back inside. So that's
right.
always there, but just like everything else is a little it gets weird. But I don't know, that shit makes me fuck.
I don't want to. Obviously, I'm not trying to dog, bro. I
No.
like Lamar. He not,
I like
but
the
it just
problem is the
he
Krispy
it
Kreme level glazing is ridiculous
yeah. It's
for
just
somebody who putting up the
sometimes you got
same
to call
numbers
it how
they
you see
always
it.
would have
Like
put out.
I
Yeah.
ain't gonna say obviously, man, great and things like he does great things, have great abilities, but
Yes.
for people to bring out this notion that somehow he's became this bona fide
Uh
passer in the league
yeah.
is absurd to me, and
I feel like it's a
I just
little
been wanting to call it out.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little more racist the other way. The fact that you didn't think that he could throw the ball before this year, and then I pull up all these stats that show like it's all relative, all the advanced, the counting stats are better, more touchdowns, more yards, more completions. Yeah, but like the
It's
advanced
not even more
metrics, the
yards.
percentages, and all that shit, it's all the same.
His MVP year, he threw for 4,100,
And 36
and
touchdowns. Yeah.
and then this year he threw for 3,600.
But that's the point. Is like you didn't think he could throw the ball before, then
Right.
why do you think he can throw the ball now? Because it's the same.
Because if I'm not mistaken, he had 4,000 passing yards and 1,000 rushing yards, and that's why it was such.
No,
Oh
no,
my
no.
god!
He had like 35 or 36. It's slightly less than this year.
I think I screenshot. I thought I screenshot and sent it to you.
You might have, but I'm pretty sure it's slightly less than it was this year. But so before we wrap up, do a little preview for the Chiefs. Did you know that Patrick Mahomes against the Lamar Jackson Ravens? I guess he hasn't played anything but the Lamar Jackson Ravens.
Yeah, I went to the
Uh,
game.
has never thrown less than 343 yards. Their four matchups 343, three touchdowns, 385, four touchdowns, 374, three touchdowns, 377, two touchdowns.
Damn, that's against the
Yeah.
Ravens.
Yes.
He was
Two
going
of
off
them was
like,
blowouts. One of them was a close, one of them was OT, and
and
one
one
of
of
them
them
was
was
like a buzzer
Clyde
beater.
Laird's fumble.
Oh, okay, yeah. But it's like, yeah, so and then the
That
other
was the
thing,
last.
Mike McDonald is the coordinator the defensive coordinator this year. Do you know what his position group was during that run of Patrick Mahomes killing the Ravens?
Yeah, DBs.
DBs, yes. So there you go. That was that's my one little thing. And if you don't think Lamar Jackson is going to feel the pressure of standing across from Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs for the first time, if I remember correctly,
At home,
it's at
especially when,
home. That's cool, but
especially like
that man has come into your house. You came into his house, and every time he goes off. Every time. And Lamar Jackson he had some good games and he had some bad games against the Chiefs. So as a Chiefs fan, that's why I think I have that feeling of like the Ravens aren't like necessarily scary at all.
I don't know. I would say what does Bruce say about the Chiefs? A healthy respect.
Yeah,
It's a healthy respect.
you got to. But yeah, I
I
just
was like,
I don't I hate that because I've been saying it all year. I've been riding that train all year of Lamar has been the same as he's always been, which is
and if he's the
great.
same, then Spags shouldn't have no. And I'm sure they look at all that. And Spags is probably like, He's doing the same thing he always do. It ain't like I
Spag
got a game plan for anything.
Spag's been the coordinator for all but one of those games.
Yeah,
That's it. Because Sutton last year was
so
2018, that his
right.
rookie year.
Yeah.
But even we beat him in the did we well I don't remember which game was the loss. We did lose to him one time.
That was the one with Clyde. That was the one just
What
this
year was so that
past.
was
That was 2021.
2021? Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah,
because that's when I was on the road,
that means
and
we beat him the MVP year
it's
too
a
then.
sad. It's a so yeah. We been. It's a so sad story with that one. I'm at the hotel with me and my brother.
Mm.
Because I used to drive over the road. He go down to the truck, and I'm like, all right, bro, we finna get to the truck, go get something to eat. I'll be down there. This game about to be over. He said, all right, I'll meet you at the truck. I walk down there. I'm like, we got the ball. Okay, cool. We about to score. Turn on. I walked about the time I get to the truck, I open the door. He's like, bro, the Chiefs lost? I'm like, no, bro, we got the ball. We about to get a first down and win. And he was like, no, bro.
No.
Clyde just fumbled. And he was like, I was like, bro,
Uh
stop fucking with me, bro. I just turned the TV off.
oh,
I was
that
like, that shit
hurts.
was so sad, dude. It
That
was just
hurts.
sad, sad, sad. So I think Clyde still got this on his mind too. Like, yo, like
Probably.
last time I went, because that was the last time we played him, right? We didn't play
Yeah.
him again since then.
Here's Lamar's damn pop-ups and shit. Here's Lamar's the games, his statistics versus
So what does he? I'm sure he runs very well. I
the
know his
yard.
first
Yeah, the
game he
rush
did.
yards ain't on there. But just looking at the passes, like that's not
Let me
very
see that.
scary. 54%, 51%, 53% for 147, 167, 97, 239.
So his best one was the second game where he threw for was that 267.
Yeah, but no touchdown. I have to go look at the stats, rushing yards and shit, because but yeah, it's not scary. It ain't been nothing scary. Like, yeah, it was cool. He cool.
Yeah, he good. He's a good player. Very good. Very very good. Maybe great. He get
I
the
mean,
second MVP.
him as a player is great, but versus the Chiefs is okay. Here's the rushing yards. Oh, pop-ups. Damn, this shit got a lot of pop-ups, don't it? Yeah.
So normal.
67,
So the
46.
last game was the last one he rushed, but
The one you was talking
67,
about, yeah.
46.
And he threw for 240. I think that's what it says. So that was probably his best game. Was the last one you talked about with the Clyde fumble.
Right.
So,
So he walked away from that because of that fumble. It would have been 0-4.
hmm
So I mean,
so that's what I mean. Is like it's
how many of
don't
them was in Baltimore and in Kansas City? I remember I went to his rookie year one in Kansas City, the home opener. So I remember that was here. The one cloud fumble was in Baltimore, I
it's
think.
2-2.
So yeah, I was like, okay, yeah,
Two and
two and
two.
two.
But yeah. So that's yeah. I don't know. It's not to me. Lamar Jackson is a great player. Uh, it's not. It's against the Chiefs. Just ain't as that feeling of oh my god, what do you do? How do you stop Lamar? Is like you don't. You just beat him. You just throw for 400 yards like Pat has been. That's what Pat's solution has been. Is just hey, I'm gonna throw for. You can do whatever you want, bro. You can run for 200 and throw for
If they
200.
let Pat go for four this game,
Oh, the world's gonna melt if he cooks the defense like he always has. The
if he
shit.
throws for four on this defense, I think
Oh,
everybody. I guarantee if he throws for four on this defense, whoever walks out of that NFC Championship game, Chiefs will be favored by 4.5.
probably. Well, no, 40. They're not gonna favor him to the 49ers.
The
But
Ravens just smacked them early a month ago, 30 something. So you think they wouldn't favor us 4.5?
that's a good point. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe not 4.5.
3.5? It's a neutral. It's a neutral site. It's not going.
True.
If we walk away and Pat throw for four and we win, and the four,
It's gonna be
I guarantee
scary.
you it'd be sick. If it was Detroit, even though Detroit beat us earlier,
Ooh.
it would be a 5.5 spread with
Yeah,
Detroit.
because
I
what
give
he
you
gonna do to
three.
that secondary if he just threw for
I give
400
you three
yards?
and a half, and I give you 3.5 minimum with the 49ers
That's crazy, bro. Niggas just got to catch
at a
the
neutral
ball.
site.
Make sure you catch the ball though. But so I think we can. But damn, yeah. 49ers Lions. I show forgot. Like, well, you have
uh,
anything special for that? Because I don't. It's just like 49ers should win. I think they're gonna cover the
I
seven.
think
I think
it'd
it'll be
be.
close, but they're
I
gonna
don't
cover the
think.
seven.
Who?
The 49
The
or
Lions?
the line. I think it's close. I think yeah. I think the Lions cover the
I think
six
the
and a
Lions
half,
cover, but if they want to
or no,
give up,
I got the
they want
fucking
to.
49ers to cover. That's right. So they just need to win by 7, but it's still close.
No,
7 one
I
score
got the line.
game.
I would definitely take the points if they're 7 with that one.
Really?
If they let Aaron Jones run on them like that, how many times you think Gibbs and Montgomery, the 1-2 punch is gonna get on them? Like
True.
I don't
I
know,
got,
man. They don't look as scary as earlier in the year. It looked like they,
nah.
if
It
it ain't
just
Ward, it could be somebody else.
I just if but I just think Brock Purdy can pick apart that secondary. The Panthers held
Yeah,
the
but
bro,
the Packers once had the 30th ranked defense too.
true. But also like the Panthers held the Bucks to 9 points.
Hmm.
The Eagles came out and Baker didn't have a particularly great game. He was
If I'm not
cool,
mistaken, the Panthers was one of the only teams that had a horrible record but a top 10 defense, right?
probably, but still, I just think I
Them and
think
the
the Lions.
Falcons.
I don't trust the Lions secondary. That's what it come down to. And if you're telling me Debo can play a little bit, Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey out there, Kittle, Jawan Jennings if he has a cool game, shit. Chris
Yeah.
Conley was getting open on the Packers. What is he? What are they gonna do? And like, what are they gonna do? Like, who the fuck? How the Lions gonna stop them? How is that gonna work? They ain't stop nobody. So
I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Everything you're saying is true, but
damn.
I don't know. They just can't go out like that in the I mean, the NFC Championship, can they?
What, losing by 7? I don't think that's going out bad to the 49ers. I don't think losing by 7 to the
But
Niners would be crazy.
you got them winning by at least 7. So that means
Yeah.
you confident enough to where
They gonna win by a
if
touchdown.
you
Yeah.
see a 14 point game, you wouldn't be surprised. You would be like, oh, okay, well,
No. If they lose by more than one score, then it's something. Then Jared Goff threw a pick. Did you hear that stat where no every quarterback that has won in the playoffs hasn't thrown a pick in the game. So no quarterback in the playoffs has thrown a pick and won the
oh
game.
damn, right now.
Yeah,
Oh, you
for
thought like this
every
year?
round. The whole playoffs this year.
Yeah, because they all picked the end of the game to throw it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like like oh CJ not CJ Stroud,
Jordan
Jordan Love
Love,
and both Baker
Baker.
walked off. They both had time to go down and get a score, and they all ended with a pick.
Hmm. But that's the thing. Like to me,
So,
it's one of those. If that happens, then Jared Goff is doing that. I'm scared and shovel passing the ball with 2 hands to Nick Bosa, who just fucking grabs it out of the air, or Fred Warner just fucking pops out of nowhere.
but that defense didn't get to Jordan Love at all.
No, they was getting to him. It's just Jordan Love. That's the sneaky thing about Jordan Love that people don't realize is
But
the man is very athletic. He just
what?
don't
But
run the
I'm just saying
ball.
that. But that's fine. That's what I'm saying.
Jared Goff not
But
doing none of that. He not doing none of
he
the
not. But they
run
O line is
sideways.
better.
None of
They
that.
O line is
Oh,
better.
handedly better. Yeah.
So it's just like if they can hold up some time, he could just put it in one of their hands. Like Laporta seems to always find an opening.
Yeah,
Look,
but
Amon Brown,
that's not happening. If you
Gibbs.
go watch just watch the highlights for both of the Lions game, and there's a clear thing here, and nobody's getting home. Who got home from the Bucks? Did they sack him one time?
That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean? We can't be saying the same thing then.
But they dropped 31 off of nobody getting home. So I mean, all they
Yeah.
gotta do is duplicate.
No. My point is, who's rushing them?
Oh,
If I'm only sending 4, who is the 4 on the Buccaneers? Who is the 4 on the Rams? It's just Aaron Donald. I mean, in the rookies, but like the line is really good. But are they, you know, like in
49ers
Nick
line,
Bosa? Yeah, like are they
the
Chase
same line
Young, Nick
that
Bosa,
still couldn't get one
Kinlaw?
sack on the Packers.
But no, but see, you missing Jordan. That's
I
because of
get what
Jordan
you
Love.
just you
We
saying he's
just watched a
sneaky
clip of the
athletic,
pick. They
but
killed the line. But what happened? The man rolled
he
out,
rode it. Yeah, but
ran away
but
from
yeah,
Nick
because
Bosa.
he also ran out the pocket way longer than expected, and
And
then
Jared
cut.
Goff can't do none of that. So if they get the
Yeah,
same
Jared Goff gonna
pressure
launch that mug 50 yards
into a
down the
pick,
field. It's a punt, actually. Not
there
like
you go. But that's what I think. I think
Nah,
Jared Goff is gonna be he's gonna be spooked, bro. Let's be honest. The line is cool, but
yeah, I don't
they're
know.
going
But
to
he's
get
been
pressure on
he's
him.
been in these situations before, so it ain't like he's
And he's
never been in
performed terribly in those certain
it.
situations
Hey,
also.
I didn't say he performed well. I just
We
said
got the
he's been in
Lions
these.
winning.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No,
You
no,
think
no. I
it's
said
like a
cover.
3-point game?
About six.
So we basically saying the same thing.
No, I got to I think if the line was at mm,
Yeah, because if you saying 6.5, then you saying basically
no,
that
no, no, no. I was saying
a 3-point,
I
the same
probably
way you
would have
said, oh, you can see him winning by
I
14. So
probably
then
would
you
have
can see
took
the
the
Lions
points.
winning.
I probably would have took the points if it was at 4.5 too, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't like 4.5, so that's a weird score. But let's wrap it up, man. Let's get up out of here. It's almost 9 o'clock. I need to eat. So
Man.
hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry, Lamar. Didn't mean to, that clip. I'm clipping
Mm.
myself up and putting it out there. I know I'm gonna get killed probably, but
Thinking about Israel, y'all just scared because y'all Chiefs fans.
yeah, that
That's
too.
what the narrative's gonna
Oh,
be.
that's definitely happened. But yeah, 49ers Chiefs Super Bowl. I don't know.
Mm.
No, maybe I'll win my little 25-cent
Mm.
bet that I made when I didn't have no money left in my DraftKings.
And you did with a good old $25 payout.
Nah, it's not even that. It's like $2 or some shit. But I hope you guys enjoyed. That's the show. Subscribe on YouTube, follow on all the socials. It'll be in the description below. I always forget to say that part. That's what YouTubers be saying. In the description below, hit the bell, hit the like, and
Subscribe.
see you next time on the show.
Y'all know what it
And
is.
okay, you lost again. Fuck.
And we won.
Fuck. All right, see you
Beat.
guys.
All right, man. Hit right Longhorn.